Okay. Well, we've only got one mic going. You're getting feedback from when you speak?
Exactly. When I talk, some here, I hear echo.
Will you move that speaker to that side? Just set it somewhere over there. Okay, try it again, Eugene.
Yeah, the last few times I was talking, I didn't hear it, but in the beginning, I was getting a little bit of it.
Are you still hearing it now?
No. It's good.
Great. I think we're live on YouTube as well.
Yeah, it looks like it. Yeah, the gang's all here. Wonderful, Valerie. We love you, Valerie. Debbie.
So good to see
Love
you.
you, Amy. We love you, JV. Oh,
Aaron,
wow.
Bessie.
Yeah, the whole crew is here. It's so wonderful to see everyone.
How's the audio, guys? Everything coming through okay?
Hi, Coach Kathy. Yeah, give us a thumbs up on the video and audio. Carla says echo.
We got a bunch of yes, though.
But Christy says sound is good.
I think you guys have to bring us. You guys are
Okay.
Charlie, it's yours, Justin. So just whoever's not using the mic, mute, please.
Oh, right. Yeah, we need to turn this. Oh, no, but the sound is coming off. I might have to move to the other room.
I think it's perfect now. Someone needs Charlie and Colin's muted, and I don't hear feedback.
Okay. You can hear us though?
Okay,
Yeah, I can hear you guys.
I just unmuted Sabrinagal, looking for. There's.
Negative, right there. I see him below me, but maybe you can't see him. There he is. Amen.
All right.
Give me an amen, brothers and sisters. An amen.
Amen, Roth.
R is 18, 1. R is 18, A is 1. 18 and 1 is 19. Surrender. Surrender the left brain, 10%. McKeeseldick, 10%. Tithing, so surrender the ego for God. And I call that a bargain. I call that a bargain, the best I've ever had. I paid a dime and I got it all. I call that a bargain.
Yeah, Eugene, I think the echo might be coming from your end. So if you just turn down maybe your speaker a bit.
Birds are killing it.
I know, and it's nighttime. I don't know what they're doing.
They are so happy.
I'm covered them up and they're
I
like,
know.
okay. Sorry, guys.
I can't do much about the birds.
We're Dr. and Mrs. Doolittle. Well, we do a lot. But got a lot of it.
Okay, we got negative 48. We got Sabrinagal,
Yay!
Eugenio,
We love you.
Justin.
And what a pregame show. Oh my God, it was incredible. We can't talk about it. We're sworn to secrecy. But all I can say is pinch yourself while you still can. Because what's coming is unbelievable.
It's truly
but we're
God's
sworn
plan.
to secrecy, so we're not going to say a thing. But all I can say is pinch Doctor and Mrs. Doolittle. What we do a lot.
Oh.
Well, you can pretty much realize that,
It's Eugene.
It's Justin.
we got an echo
big time.
Yeah. Trying to get
So-
that sorted here.
we have the word light is 56. The word this is 56. And the word shit is 56. Now, if you put a picture of JFK and say you can't touch this, you can't touch light, and you can't touch it because I am the shit. Okay? Then I am the light. See, it all works. And when Glorious Demolition 232 shows up, That glorious
That glorious
demolition
demolition
throws
throws
shit
shit
everywhere.
everywhere.
Or in other
Or in
words,
other
it
words,
shows
it
light,
shows light
everywhere, and
everywhere,
all
and all
hell's gonna
hell's
break
gonna
loose.
break loose.
And the
And the
smiles on your
smiles on
faces
your
are gonna
face
tell
are
these
gonna tell these
people that
people
it's gonna
that
be
it's gonna be
glorious
glorious
116,
116.
demolition
Demolition
116.
116.
Yeah, and just think, everyone, what is Michael said that he does in his private life? He does demolition. So you have to sort of see Michael
We're just getting bad echo.
as pre-demolition, and what's coming is glorious demolition and a host of gematria that only Michael can do.
Yeah, so we're getting on YouTube. We're getting a really bad echo, so I think I'm gonna have to move to another room. So if you want to,
I'll put our microphone back on.
exactly. So just stand by, YouTube team. We will we'll be with you in just a second. But you'll need to go back into
Turn on our.
your settings.
Okay. All right.
Turn your sound back on, just how you had it before.
I'm not sure if everyone can hear us, but patience.
Now they should be able to.
Not sure if everyone can hear us, but patience, everyone. It's going to be well worth it. And Justin's doing a lot of new things tonight to just be able to accommodate not only our YouTube family but everyone in Telegram as well. And this is a very monumental show, and this is just building to the monumental things that are coming. Sabrina, can you hear us okay? And do you want to speak to show we've ever had. And, incredibly, we're all sworn to secrecy, so we can't divulge what was dropped in the pregame show. But oh my goodness, if you still can, if you're still standing and you still have, thought waves and the motor functions, pinch yourself while you can, because what's coming is glorious. and is going to be big, and I don't think you're going to have to be waiting too much longer. So I just want to thank Sabrinagal and Michael for taking that extra time before the show to drop in and to enlighten. And we love you both so much, and all that you're doing is so precious.
Well, it's such a pleasure to be with you both, all of you, the four of you. And you're international. We have to mention it's international, so it's nice to know we have global reach.
Yeah, absolutely.
How's the volume for everyone? Is everyone okay? No more echo?
It's pretty good.
Okay, awesome.
Okay, so Justin, are you set up to be able to play what we wanted to play at the top of the show?
Or we could not play it again after 6 hours.
Yes, so I should be able to see that. Just want to make sure everything's coming through. All right, we've got a 5x5 on YouTube. Yep, everything's looking good. Sound's looking good. No echo anywhere. Thanks for y'all's patience, guys. Yeah, just trying out a new system here, broadcasting through Telegram. It's a fun way to do this, but just take some ironing out of some kinks to get it working right. But yeah, we can jump straight into that video, so I'll play that right now.
And Colleen and I would just reference this by we love it.
Yeah.
Got the 21st century blues. Now here we are, everything's upside down. It's all a big lie. Something soon that could shoot up the town. They won't be denied. got the 21st century blues.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for everyone's patience and understanding. Justin, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you great.
Okay, so thank you, Justin, for playing that. And what I wanted to just quickly share with everyone is the band Toto, when they released Toto 14, this is a band that had sold over 60 million records. So they're kind of a big deal. And in a reality of this day and age where it's really difficult to sort of market it and sell, it's a very, very selfless move to be able to put out a song like that in an album.
Now the criminals own the system, and you can't get in the system with your music because it's not going to pass the propaganda test.
Absolutely true.
That's exactly right. So I just want everyone to know how much Toto risked by creating a song like that and being so strong in it. Now remember, there's two central tenets to that song. What they're saying is that they're saying everything is a lie, and they're saying that you cannot believe these liars, that the world is round, and it isn't. It's level. There's a firmament. It's biblical. It's in all the ancient cultures. It's in every ancient scripture, and it is this way for a reason, because God loves us and wants us to find Him, and we have a journey to go on, and we need balance. The whole point of all of this is for us to find balance. So So with all of that, I again hope that was listenable for everyone, and I appreciate everyone's patience in allowing that to be played, because that's a very, very powerful message, and it's obviously one of the big ones. But these lies have to start falling. And
Well, I have something to say about it, right?
Go, please.
So, Justin, or Eugene, can you go on to Gematria calculator and type in, how are we supposed to be, do that first line and take a screenshot of it on your phone, or take a picture of the computer screen and then download it onto the wall?
So are we supposed to believe the world is round?
Yeah. I know what it comes to, but it's just when the people see it, it's going to be different than hearing it. They're going to hear it and see it.
I gotta get on the wall myself here. Yeah.
I can't post.
Which
Hold on just a second.
which site are we on right now? I didn't. We're on your Telegram channel. Which one is it?
Justin, is it a Freak Sense World? If it
Yeah,
is-
Freak Sense World. I've just got to make you both an admin real
Gotta be.
quick.
It's gotta be the one that's got a green dot next to it.
Hush, 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 hush.
You're muted, Justin.
Oh, yeah, I was just saying I need to make both of you guys an admin real quick. So let me do that. Hush, hush. And I've got a cat. Demanding.
I am. But yeah, maybe just to fill the space, Kobo comes to 70. I am Legend 70. Yahweh 70. Mary M 70. Proof 70. Adam and Eve 70. Fig Tree 70. Would that be figure?
What I want you
Viper.
to do is what I want you to do is the whole sentence. How are
Well,
we
no,
supposed to
I
believe
know.
the world is round?
Yeah.
Okay, both of y'all are admins now, so you can post on the wall.
Thank you.
Okay, well, I gotta find out how to get to the channel. I go down. I'm not in the right spot to do that. So Sabrinagal, can you do that for me? Can you read her the title that she's supposed to type in? How are we supposed to believe the world is round, correct?
Yeah, I posted it negative. It's
you got it?
5:15 and yeah, it's on the comments.
Okay, and what number did it come to?
5:13.
513. Did I miss something? I did it, in the top of my head. I came up with a different number.
How are we supposed to believe the world is round? 513.
Oh, shoot, I came up with a different number, so it's what I'm going to say is not going to work. Dang, I can't. I was doing it in my head. I must have missed a word when I was calculating it. Anyway, yeah.
Well, there's some beautiful 513s, though, negative. The
Oh.
truth is revealed and the end of all wars has been achieved.
Well, we know we have world peace coming because when you're a part of Nasara Jasara, you're your own sovereign country. You're not in these groups like the European Union and crap like that. And so Trump didn't play that with the MCA right away. He kept them joined because that would have caused a little controversy. So all countries are going to have 208 country favored trading status. And if one of them decides to go to war, well, then they lose the ability to trade with all 208 countries. And then the people, since there's no CIA and thugs and UN and trilateral, commission and World Bank and IMF and all, some world power that was, the virus on this planet that's, going to come kick your ass or keep you under control. The people are going to go overrun their government and thump their ass to death. And they're going to get their country back, and then they're going to fall right back in. So world peace has been achieved. People just don't realize it yet.
Man, right?
Exactly so, Michael. Thank you for saying that. Once again, I know a lot of people don't like to hear it when we say it, but we are living a movie, and there's a powerful reason for it. And the movie is scaring you to death in many instances because it has to. If this wasn't believable, then what's the point of giving you this movie where you see the fullness of their evil plan, but the full bite of what was coming isn't felt. So it's a movie. You need to deal with it, and you need to deal with you, and you need to focus on you and yourself. And then again, Michael coming along, it's what we said when we first heard Michael. I think the very first day we did a show that night, and I said that Michael is the calm before the storm, but COMM. That he's the calm before the storm, just like 107 was a calm when 107 was beautifully unleashed for us, and then the same with Michael as well. So it's all divinely planned. What's coming is already here. You just can't see it. But if you know it, and you focus entirely upon that, and you trust in the plan. You see the significance of trusting in the plan, because this is all God. And when you trust in the plan, when you trust in God, this is winning now. We've won now because we own the truth. One, own, it's all the same word. And it all happens when you live in the now. When you live in the now. And living in the now is when you trust in God. And that's what Michael is teaching us. That's what Sabrina and the Sacred Blue Tent channel is teaching us as well. That all of this is divine. All of this is coming from our divine Father and divinely inspired. And that everyone who's involved with this team is divinely inspired as well, right through Trump 45, Cyrus 45. So, and then Michael coming along with all this gematria is just boom. It's boom, boom, boom. And it's just monstrous. It's incredible, and it's beautiful. And for anybody out there, just in the past couple of weeks, Michael's taken a couple of shots.
Yeah, Michael, I think we're getting a bit of an echo.
I don't know what to do about the sound, Justin.
Michael, I think we're getting a bit of an echo.
It sounds good here.
No, but it's coming from your end.
Yeah, it sounds good here too, Charlie. Just okay. Muted, by the way.
Maybe just in YouTube,
No.
It's echoing big time. People are saying in YouTube, but bottom line, everyone, is just is that if all you ever learned through this movie, if all you ever learned to do is trust in God, you have no idea you've already won. The game is over. All games are over, and the bliss begins, because the whole point of all of this, left brain, right brain, left brain, right brain, left brain, right brain, left brain, right brain. It's the tithing, the true tithing, which is willingly paying the dime, the 10%, which is your left brain, to get God, to get Jesus Christ, to get Mother Mary in the right hemisphere of your brain. And that you saying, I believe in the words and the teachings of Jesus Christ. Take no thought for your life. Take no thought for your life literally means stop thinking out of that dime left brain. Where there's no passageway from the left to the third ventricle. No passageway from the left to the right. There's none. You have to cast thy net to the right. You have to cast thy net to the right at the atlas bone, because there's no other way.
Yeah, Michael, I think the feedback's coming from your end. So just whenever you're not speaking, if you can mute, I think that'll help with the noise. But go ahead. I think you had something to say.
Yeah, and I'm finished speaking about that, Michael. So please chime in.
So Jesus resurrects. He walks across the ground, and next thing you know, he sees these 7 disciples fishing, correct? And He asked them, how's the fishing? And they said, not good. And he said, throw the net to the right side of the boat. How many fish did he catch? How many they caught? Well, they caught so many fish that they couldn't haul the net up in the boat. One of them had to get off the boat and drag it to shore. So there's 6 in the boat and 1 on shore, which is 61, which is red tide, which is JFK Grace. And they caught 153 large fish. 153, well, that's the 17th triangular number, which is Q, which means if you just start stacking bowling pins up, you get 153 bowling pins. Just put 1 and then 2 and then 3 and then 4. When you get to 17, which is Q, you have 153 bowling pins. So Q is the 17th triangular number, and they were large fish. L is 12, 1, 2, and F is 6, 1, 2, 6. Now 12 times 6, 72. I am alive, 72. But 126 just happens to be 107. Spelled out 126, but it's nasty John. It's gold, 79, which is nasty, and silver on the periodic table is 47, which is John. And gold and silver are the letters A and the letters U also, besides 79. It's A and U. And besides 47 on the periodic table, it's A and G, which is 1 and 7. So you have a 1, a 2, and a 1, which is second coming 121, 17Q, which is 138. I am positive 138. It's happening 138. And then you have 1 and 21, which is 22, and 1 and 7, which is 8. And 22 and 8 is 228. The best is yet to come, 228. The best Kennedy to come, 228. I'm on a mission from God, 228. Who would God send? He'd send his second son. John is a second son because Joe is his older brother. It's about 1,000 years of peace, 228. If you use a 1, a 0, a 0, and a 0, and in Gematrix, you're going to have to use the A for that 1 because it doesn't count numbers. So Q is 17, and you have to, which is you. When the sperm is halfway in the egg, that's a Q. That's you. We are Q69, people 69, checkmate 69. We're the checkmate. So 69 is 138 is happening 138. We are Q checkmate 138. So you have a few things going on here. You have Trump saying we're fighting an invisible enemy. We're fighting 2 things, and it's not a virus. Number 1, it's the virus on this planet, which is the bankers. And the other one is you are your own worst enemy. Do you have your popcorn ready? Popcorn is 79. Weakness is 79. Or 97, excuse me. Popcorn's 97. Kennedy's 97. Weakness 97. Do you have your weakness ready? 345. That's what Trump said when he came out and said, thank you, 115. Thank you, 115. Very much, 115. Do you have your popcorn ready? 345, because you're watching a movie, but popcorn is 97. Weakness is 97. Fear, that's your problem. False evidence appearing real, 233. John Fitzgerald Kennedy, 233. You stack the 3s, you got 26, which is God. You can't escape it. The facts are the facts. Hope is 44. 4 and 4 is 8. 8's infinite, but in the Bible, number 35 represents hope. 3 and 5 is 8. 8 is infinite because number 35 is infinite. I'm the beginning and the end. A and Z, 27 JFK. 2 and 7 is 9. 9 is most high. Nothing higher than 9. Alpha and the Omega. Trump said, make America great, 131. He said, make America great again was more than a political slogan. Make America great again, 163. Alpha and the Omega, again, 163. John F. Kennedy, again, 163. He never quits, 163. Double-edged sword, 163. One side's truth, 87. The other side's justice, 87. Law and order is 115. The anointed is 115. He is law and order. One side's truth, 87. The other side's justice, 87. 87, 87, 174. Trust the plan, 174. 1 times 74, Jesus, 74. And 74 is 11. Now you got 111. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, 235. President John Kennedy, 235. Trust the plan, 174. Yes, John Kennedy, 174. I caught the swamp, 174. Yes, John Kennedy, 174. When Trump swore in to be president, and he talked about it being a ceremony, it was just a ceremony. It's a corporation. Trump was never the president of the United States of America. He wasn't even the CEO of the corporation. The military came forward. Watch the drill. Watch it. Break down the words. Listen to what Trump is saying. The military took over this country day one. Right then and there. They came forward. They got their power. They turned around. They walked away. Right in the ceremony. Right by out a minute and 40 seconds in to a minute and 50 seconds in. And then they appointed number 19 and number 19. JFK Sr. and JFK Jr. 38. Death 38. Gold 38. The best is yet to come, 228. Well, the best is 79. And we know that's on the periodic table, 79 is gold. But gold is 38, which is 19 and 19. Now they stole your country in 1871, and 187 times 1, well, that's 187. We know they got 187 towers on harp. Angels don't play this harp because it's HAARP. It's not a harp. High Altitude Aurora Research Project. And he's using the Insurrection Act of 1807, Germany something 187, to take their ass down. Now, the election was on 11/8/118, the storm 118, which 11 times 8 is 88, J. Kennedy 88, because there's your storm. So you got 88. 11 times 8 is 88. Trump finally got to talk to you on 11/9. Foundation 119. When you build the whole foundation, you build all 360 degrees. Trump's 45 times 8 years, 360. The 36 prime numbers, 151, Jesus Christ, 151. That's the foundation on this country. And 11 times 9 is 99 most high. J. Kennedy, most high. 88 and 99 is 187. Now, Trump's first 15 words, which is law and order, law and order is 115, and he laid it down. He laid out his first 15 words, and they came to 1,087, 0 means nothing, 187. Now, he said he was going to bring power back to the people. He didn't just bring you power. He brought you the president, Mr. President. Happy birthday, Mr. President. Well, happy birthday is 153, which is 17th stronger number, which is Q. Think mirror 153. John Kennedy Jr. 153, which is Q. They said Q was 70% military, 30% civilian, less than 10. Now, Vincent Fuchsia, who is John Kennedy Jr. 153, well, Vincent Fuchsia is 137. They said, what storm, Mr. President? After he said, maybe what you're looking at is the calm before the storm. They said, what storm is 137? Mr. President, 141. I am the storm, 141. But Vincent Fuchsia is 137. And that's John Kennedy Jr. 153. They said to think mirror 153. They said Q is 70% military, 30% civilian, less than 10. Think mirror 137. Just go backwards. 137. Vincent Fuchsia 137. Less than 10 is 137. And Vincent Fuchsia is John Kennedy Jr., which is 153, which is Q. So it's got to be him. No. They said to think mirror 153, which is John Kennedy Jr. 153, but that's not making sense. No, they said to think mirror 91, POTUS 91. Think POTUS. Junior was never a POTUS. He's out. Now you got POTUS. Think POTUS. Trump's not Q, but he signed a Q drop. The first 60 drops weren't signed by anybody except for 41020 for DJT. We found that out and dropped 40. It said 4, 10, 20, A, B, C, D, E, ... And we saw 4 is D. Well, let's go a little further, dumbasses. We got ... Fill it out. J, we're counting our fingers back in those days. All 10 fingers, you get the J. DJ, as in Donald John. And then T, what do you know? You got your fingers and your toes. All 20. And that's T. DJT, 41020. Well, we just saw that 41020 back on drop 35. And JFK is the 35th president. And it's signed 41020 DJT at the bottom. I mean, it's signed 41020, but we all know Michael Jackson told us. A, B, C, it's easiest. 1, 2, 3. So all you got to do is just realize that 41020 is DJT and realize that's Donald J. Trump and he signed it at the bottom. But it says POTUS will be on Air Force One well insulated and protected. POTUS? Who the hell is POTUS? That's not a question. Because who is the beginning of the end? W is 23, which is I am. And H is 8, and O is 15. And 8 times 15 is 120, the truth 120. And I am the truth, that's him. But 8 and 15 is 23. N is 23. E is 5. N is 14, that's 19. And D is 4, that's 23. I am is 23. I is 9. A is 1, that's 10. M is 13, that's 23. I am the beginning and the end, which is 46, which is who? And they said, wait till you learn who. Let me get this frog out of our mascot, frog, 46, hero 46, out of my throat. Who's in my throat? Not a question. He's everywhere. So anyway, they said, well, first of all, they said it was going to be the greatest story ever told. And there's only one way that's possible. Talking about number 2 here. They also said we were going to permanently eradicate these freaks, not these two, from the earth. And they said, wait till you learn who you've been talking to here. We've been talking to Q. And President JFK is 137. That's Q. So get ready to have your mind blown. Because QAnon 61, you 61, oh my 61, wow 61, miracle 61. You are a miracle. U61 Miracle 61, Thor 61. And Thor, well, he's going to drop the hammer, and there's going to be some glorious demolition, 232. Then the penny dropped, 232, as they say in England. And that means the light, 56, shit, 56, is going to go everywhere because it's glorious demolition. And that means shit's going to roll uphill. Not in the military. Shit only rolls downhill. This is a Trump movie, and you better get used to it. Trump said, the military's good, the cops good, the military's good, the cops good. He said it over and over and over and over. The military's good, the cops good. I mean, he started off his presidency just thanking them and shaking their hands and over. Good, 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 good. Which obviously 41 and 41, king, 82, anointed 82. And he said, and Freak is 41, which is king. And Charlie is 56, which is light. So Charlie Freak is light king, just so you know. which light king comes to 97, which comes to popcorn, which comes to weakness. Charlie's our weakness on this show right here. So anyway, he's the strength of this show. And so we get back in order. Trump's talking about these guys being good because he knows the bottom 95 are good, but shit only rolls downhill in those organizations, and everybody knows it. Well, after those cops saw bullshit with these sanctuary cities, and they saw the American people not be treated properly, Antifa and Black Lives Matter get a green light, they're a little pissed off. But by themselves, the way the structure's set up, they don't have any power or control. Well, guess what? Someone's coming that's going to make shit roll uphill. Because this guy, they're going to follow the end of the earth. And Trump was already conditioning them. Because Il Donaldo Trumpo, well, he kind of likes the beach. So he put beach on his little hat there, and he said, General Milley is a little beach. So he's telling the troops that there's some beaches around that need to be, well, bitch slapped into Guantanamo Bay, Cuba, so they can become Gitmo Garden fertilizer for treason to our country. And shit's about to roll uphill because shit is 56 and light is 56, and light goes wherever it wants to go. And so you can just put a picture of JFK right there and say, can't touch this. Can't touch shit. I'm the shit. Can't touch me. I'm light. Can't touch this. Can't touch light. It's all the same. And he's got a plan. I took the blow and did it my way. Now that's an American badass. But he's got a couple friends. And when you see Glorious Demolition, you're going to realize that right there is an American badass, which is ABA 121. I see dead people 121. Shit show 121. Can I get a witness 136? Great Awakening 136. Can I get an amen 107? Superman 107.
Amen.
107 and 136 come to 243, and 24 times 3 is 72. I am alive, 72. You're gonna see some serious alive here pretty soon. Alive 49, yes, 49. Live 48, evil 48, veil 48. Negative live, nope. Negative veil, nope. Negative evil, yep. And yep is 46, which is hero. True American hero, 174. Yes, John Kennedy, 174. I caught the swamp, 174. Yes, John Kennedy, 174. I am USA President, 174. Yes, John Kennedy, 174. I am victorious, 174. POTUS winner, 174. JFK Jr. is promised, 174. Yes, Patrick and John, 174, because Patrick's not dead either. Welcome to the Q Age, 174. A new worldview, 174. When you know 174, give it up to God, 174. We shall remain free, 174. We have the power, 174. We have the glory, 174. Power 77, Christ power 77, Christ 77. Trump said he's going to bring the power back to the people. Christ 77, President 110, 187. The best is yet to come, 228. 19 and 19 is yet to come, 187. Miracles are everywhere. Because miracles are used. Oh, wait, that's sheep. Ovid is sheep in Latin. Wait, Ovid? As in COVID? Ovid is sheep? Sure is. Go look it up. And you have C, and then you have sheep. And then Charlie knows that 19 is ancient for surrender. See, sheep surrender. But see, you is a female sheep, which is a bitch. You surrender, bitch. I think not. I'm not going with your plan. I'm going to trust the plan. Trust the plan, 174. Michael Prost, 174. Yes, John Kennedy, 174. Nope, not him. Michael Brian Prossman, 218. John F. Kennedy Jr., 218. Nope, not him. I am positive, 138. Donald Trump, 138. Nope, not him. Negative 83. The Donald 83. Nope, not him. My ID says I'm 138. Donald Trump, 138. But nope, not him. My ID actually says American Badass Q number 2. And since, well, the last two numbers actually can be 2, but they can also be 38, which is second coming. So backwards it says second coming Q, American Badass. Because my whole life is stupid coded. And I just had the time, which is John, because 47 is time. Time is 47. I just happen to have the John. And he gave me the force, 47, John 47. John. He gave me the voice, which created all the buzz, which got all the ball rolling. And then he just pointed me in the right direction. I got all the info. Started in 2002, which obviously is 22, which is MAGA, but 22 spelled out is 165. It's in your face, 165. Resurrection, 165. And then he gave me Jacob. Michael and Jacob. M13, J10, 131. Go figure. John F. Kennedy, 131. And Jacob took me 11 years to wake him up. Didn't quit. Not gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Wouldn't be prudent at this juncture. Just ask Barb in the bush. Barbara Bush. You got a Barb in the bush. And just not gonna do it. Not gonna go there. Not gonna. No new taxes. No new taxes. Yeah, whatever, you Nazi freak. Oh, sorry, you guys. So anyway, there's a lot to this story, and it can go on for hours and hours and hours, but the bottom line is this. If the tinfoil has been ripped off your Jiffy popcorn hat with your Davy Crockett tail, the handle, and hopefully the handle's the thick part, because chances are it's not. The layers, all the layers of tinfoil on your head are killing you. They're kicking your ass. Your MK Ultra is kicking your ass. I'm going to just give it to you straight. JFK is the second coming of Jesus Christ. He's your president, but Trump's also your president. Just like Kim Clement said, on of all days, 4/8, never heard that number before, 2014, 2 times 14 is 28. Junior, 48 Junior. Go figure. I can't even get away from this guy. In Seattle, Washington, I've lived on the north side and the south side of Seattle. I mean, this is just stupid coded. He said we were going to have 2 POTUSes. And Trump said there was going to be a smooth, means there wasn't going to be smooth at all, a smooth transition of power. Think mirror. This is not smooth, okay? But a smooth transition. A smooth 91, POTUS 91. POTUS transition. Can't have a POTUS transition from Trump to Trump. Can't have a POTUS transition from the military to Trump. Can't have a POTUS transition from, let's face it, Joe's shot to Trump. But you can't have a POTUS transition from a POTUS to a POTUS. So get ready to see JFK, who died and came back after 4 days. 4 dark days, says on the license plate of Lincoln, 1963. I'm just Michael 143. 4 dark days, 143. My driver's license is on the license plate. Michael Brian Prosman, Divine 300. I'm on the license plate because somehow I'm divine with his knowledge. And it says GG 300 on the license plate. G is 7, that's 77. Christ 77. 300. I'm going to die, but I will be avenged. 300. It says 4 dark days. GG 300. G is 7, that's 14. Add the 3. Well, 17's cubit. 143 is 4 dark days. And we sent 4 dark days to Trump. He retweeted it, sent it back. Yep, 4 dark days. Well, literally, because spellings matter. That means numbers matter. That means Trump ran on Law and Order. Law and Order is 96. Law and Order is 115. The Anointed 115 because he is Law and Order. But Law and Order is 96. 4 days is 96. And 4 is a big part of this story because it's the foundation. Got to have all 4 sides. Got to be 90, 90, 90, and 90 to make it perfect. Trump came out and said, in the beginning, God created heaven and earth, 345. He didn't come out and say, thank you, 115, thank you, 115, very much, 115. He didn't come out and say, intelligence, 345, I, 9, 27, JFK. Even though the license plate tells you the same thing. 3 times 3 times 3 equals 300. And 3 times 3 times 3 is 27 JFK. And 77 is Christ. The license plate tells you Christ, JFK, which is 104. JFK is alive, 104, and he happens to be 104 years old. And 10 times 4 is 40. And 23 says they're going to bring the pain, and pain is 40. How'd you like number 40? The example of number 40 I gave you. Our hosts, how'd you like that?
They're still in shock.
Is that badass enough for you? Does it get any badder ass than that? No, it doesn't.
No, it really doesn't. I mean, that takes it over the top.
What about the other 46 after that?
Right.
The best is yet to come.
Oh,
that
man.
46 is, come on now.
It's a Trump movie.
What? Did you look over the hedge? Because they got that little cartoon, right? The little hedge. Look over there. Don't look over the hedge. Don't look over the ring of ice. Over the hedge. I looked over the edge and I saw the other side. Oh my God, what's over there? Well, who knows what's over there? You know what I'm saying. Yeah. So anyway. Trust the Plan 174. The new JFK World 174. Yes, John Kennedy 174. I am Jesus Christ 174. JFK is your president. Trump's also your president. Junior's your vice president. JFK is the second coming of Jesus Christ. You're about to see him. And that's why it's called the greatest story ever told. And that's why they said, wait till you learn who you've been talking to here. Now, if that doesn't get past your chippy popcorn Davy Crockett hat, then you got problems. You fall into the comatose vertical meat suits division. But don't worry, comatose is 91, God wins 91. Vertical meat suits 198, greatest comeback ever 198. He's going to win the comatose vertical meat suits. Says right there. I am the beginning and the end. I'll prove it. Because he's love. L is 12, O is 15, that's 27 JFK. V 22, E 5, 27 JFK. I'm the beginning and the end. But V is 22 and E is 5, and that's 110. And that's president. And L and O is 27. President JFK, 137. That's the golden ratio number. The golden ratio number is the B2 note. Talk about ether between atoms. It's 123.47, which is the first guy that saved my life. His name was John Protzman. John 47, Protzman 123. No kidding. I was in a waterfall, in the bottom of a waterfall, going round and round and round, never touching nothing. Light coming from everywhere. Basically, I was in the shit. And I never touched nothing, couldn't tell which way was up because light was refracting from all those bow. I couldn't see nothing. There was no dark hole in a slit of light. I was just going round and round and round. Could hear my mom, my sister screaming. And John 47, Protzman 123, which you say your name Protzman John in the legal system, and that's 123.47, the B2 note, the Hammond B2 organ, where you pardoned the Hammonds in Oregon. It had the stock market stop at $123.47, the four biggest stocks, except for Berkshire Hathaway. But I mean, four big, huge, big ones that don't go up 8%, 12%. He had them all stop on the same price on the same day, $123.47 before he went to NATO and raised $33 billion, $1 million for every one of those 33,000 emails from she-devil Clinton. He knows exactly what he's doing. If you don't realize he's in control, you just don't get it. But anyway, John 47, Protzman or Protzman John 123.47. The ether is the 2 and the 4. Pull it out and you got 137, President JFK 137. 24 spelled out is 167, King of the World. 167, it's right there in your face. It's in your face. And of course, my life's stupid coded. So Trump said all this at Great Falls, Montana. The falls doesn't exist anymore. And well, the 123.47 is Protzman John, who saved my life in a waterfall. It does exist, but then he goes to Britain, where Great Britain falls, because he's going to walk in front of the Queen and show the world he owns the bitch. Oh, beach. Sorry, I didn't mean to swear. Same thing. So anyway, life's just stupid coded. And
Michael, John Protzman 123.47 is 170, and in gematria we don't count the zeros, so it's 17. Stupid coded. Your whole life is stupid coded.
Well, the Mockingbird Media 170, I combat them with negative 48 Magic Wand 170. The Magic Wand is Truth 87 and Justice 87. 87, 174, Michael Protzman 174. So they got problems.
And remember, everyone, 48 is evil. Negative 48. Michael is a calm. But he's calm before the storm.
But N plus 4 plus 8 is 26, which is God. And I'm negative 472 on Twitter. So N plus 4 plus 7 plus 2 is 27 JFK, which happened to be the weekend of the Super Bowl. Well, they pointed you to the weekend because Weekend sang. And the weekend was February 6th, February 7th. 26, 26 and 27. God 26, JFK 27. That's 53. COVID 53. And Trump went over and got $530 billion from NATO. But nothing's going on. But 53, 53, and 53, well, that's, wait, 159 a week to remember 159? Puppy Show 159? Trump said he was going to make the Super Bowl 131 by CBS Sports. CBS Sports 131. Looked like a puppy show 159 a week to remember 159. John F. Kennedy Jr. 159. But see, the Weeknd sang and did a satanic deal because he was minus grace, because his name Weekend was minus an E. E is 5. 5 is grace in the Bible. It's WEEKND. But he did a Michael Jackson tribute, MJ. M13, J10, 131, just like Michael and Jacob. So we got a 131 with MJ, a 131 with CBS Sports, a 131 with Super Bowl. That's 393. You get to break that apart and make it a 39 and a 93. That's the front side of your OK sign, the white power, 3 fingers, W, 23, and the arm in the circles of P, 16, that's 39. The back side, you're looking at the arm in the circle of 9 and 3 fingers, 93. And 39 and 93 is 132. JFK's Jr.'s alive, 132. The mirror reflection, 231. The calm before the storm, 231. My dad died in the backseat of a car, 231. I'm the 7.7 billion to 1 guy, 231. Just a little bit crazy.
Just a little bit. just a little bit crazy. And you know, the beauty, and this is also the significance of
Yeah, Michael, we get some feedback from your mic when other people are speaking, so if you just want to mute. Yeah, thank you.
Beautiful. And this is also the significance of what Sabrinagal is doing, working so hard. We're talking with Sabrinagal
as we speak, right?
and then Sabrinagal's working on the final script for the Jesus Trend too in real time, because there are time deadlines coming up.
Along with our team, Toronto and Bryce and
right.
Michael.
Yeah,
which
so
good.
Can you code milestone? Code milestone, because we have to reach a milestone. What is milestone? What? 112? Milestone 112? Like November 2nd? My dad's 82nd birthday?
No way. Hang on. Did you get it as 112?
Did I spell it right? MILESTON?
Yes, sir. 112. Oh my God.
11-2.
So
John Durham is 11-2. Amazing.
Wow.
The Last Dance, 112. And The Last Dance always happens before midnight, 84. I am JFK Grace, 84. Tower 1, Tower 2, Building 7. 12 times 7 is 84. My dad died in the backseat of a car on Interstate 84 on 11/22/2004. Exactly 41 years later, and 41 is king. And this year on 11/2, my dad's going to be 82, which is anointed. King anointed 123, Prosperman 123, gold and silver 123 when you spell them out, and 2 and 7 spelt out comes to 123. Abraham Lincoln comes to 123, and his birthday was 212. And if you had the license plate 300 and 212, well, you get 512, which is Eugene Linton. You got the E, the 5, and the L, the 12. 512. So you can just mix and match a couple 300s and 212s and come up with a 512. I mean, 5 times 12 is 60. 60 is diamond. Kennedy ran in 60. Abraham Lincoln ran in 60, and 60 and 60 is 120, the truth 120. So we can put Trump International Hotel, at last you found me, 512. Because Trump International Hotel is 300, and at last you found me is 212, which is Abraham Lincoln's birthday. Or the address to Mama Gum's restaurant, Pete's Diner. Pete's Diner 115, the Anointed 115. And TWONE, TWO, the address 2112, TWONE, TWO 150 Trump train, the Anointed Trump train, 265. 26 and 5 is 31. Moab is 31. MBP, my initials 31, because negative 48 drops bombs 218. Michael Bryan Protsman 218. Benghazi ain't going away 218. People are being exposed 218. And well, the 31st prime number is 127. Tower 1, Tower 2, billion 7. 12 times 7 is 84. I am JFK Grace, 84. Push those our new Pearl Harbor, December 7th, 127. 12 times 7 is 84. 84 can be 84. Or August 4th, Barack Obama's birthday, 216th day of the year. 6 times 6 times 6 is 216. Followed by 149 days, 149, the Anointed One. The total opposite of JFK's birthday, May 29th, 149th day of the year, the Anointed One, followed by 216 days. Negative 48 is 216. Go figure, because I made my life stupid coded. So
Michael says that he's going to be in Dallas on 11/2, which of course is 112, 112, which is milestone. So it's good to be in Dallas on a milestone date like 11/2, which is 112.
Actually, I'm pretty sure Justin's going to be.
I'll be there too.
That's right. And our great friend Aaron is going to be there too. We're going to have one heck of a show there on the ground, boots on the ground. And the finish line is in simple gematria. Finish line is 112, 11/2, and gift from God is 112, 11/2. So it might be a good.
I got one for you.
Okay.
Matthew 11:30. Matthew M is 13, 11 less 24. 24 spelled out as 167. King of the World 167. Enjoy the show 167. King of the World 167. Yeah, my dad's name, Brian Protsman 167. King of the World 167. My dad died in the backseat of a car 11/22. I don't know why they get confused. It's just Michael Bryan Protsman 218. John F. Kennedy Jr. 218. I have this.
Or did we lose you? Might have lost him for a second.
There he is.
There he is. Yeah.
Did I get any of that out?
You're just explaining how your dad died in the backseat of a car.
Yeah, my dad, Brian Protsman 167, King of the World 167, died in the backseat of a car on 11/22. And of course, there's a little bit of confusion because Michael Bryan Protsman 218, John F. Kennedy Jr. 218, Michael Protsman 174, yes, John Kennedy 174, gets people confused. And so he died 41 years after in 2004. And 2004 is 24, which is 167, King of the World 167, Brian Protsman 167. And this year he's going to be 82 on 11/2. And my mom's birthday gave me my dad's birthday because John came out behind Trump as Vincent Fusca on my mom's birthday. 7/25, 2018. Of course, 218 is negative 48 drops bombs, 218. And here's a bomb for you. Write down the sign that Junior held up because it tells you everything. Women for Trump, WTF. Write down WTF. And then RC, Ruby Cute. And then, of course, the ink was red, and red is 27 JFK. So W is 23, but you got to break it down to 5. F Women for Trump. F is 6. Now 56 is light. It's looking good already. And T is 20, which is 2. And 2 times 56 is 112. So there's your 11-2. And it was Ruby cute. R18, C3, 21. There's your year, 21. 11-2-21. And the red ink, well, red was 27 JFK. So it says 11-2-21 JFK. And then ink, I haven't even done this one before, okay? Well, I already see it. It's 34, which is Grace, which is the red tie. So got the sign behind Trump's right-hand shoulder, and then you got the red tie right in your face. Because ink, I is 9, K is 11, that's 20, and N is 14, which is 34. Red tie, red 27 tie, 34, JFK 27, Grace 34. So it tells you 11-2-21, JFK Grace. It's in your face, 165, resurrection 165. And of course, my dad was born in 1939, and 19, 1 and 9 is 10, and 3 and 9 is 12. Take out the 0, you got 1, 1, 2 again. You got it doubled up. And that means you have 2, 2, and then 4. How 90% of the world writes a date called 422. God, I never heard of that date before. Not before today, anyway, because 4 is Executive Order 111104, and 1111 is 22. And 4 and 22 is 26, God 26. You ever heard of that date, 422, before, Charlie? I've never heard of it. It kind of reminds me of a God, like 4 and 22 is 26, God 26. But then 11 and 11 is 11 times 11 is 121, second coming 120. God, second coming. That's what Executive Order 11110 says, along with all the other stuff you guys can't figure out, but you'll see it pretty soon. It's in your face, 165. Resurrection 165, because 4, 1, 1, 1, 1, 0. There's your 4. 1, 1 is 11. 1, 1 is 11. That can be 11, 11 or 2, 11 or 11, 2. And then down below is 11 times 11 is 121, second coming. Second coming, God 147, the New World 147. We the people 130, we will win 130, American freedom 130. Even Misty Faith 130 knows that. And she knows all you got to do is add Q17, which she's adding to everybody. Hey, did you know that JFK Sr.'s your president and Jr.'s your vice president? Trump's still your president. We're leaving the White House and we're going to blow up the Washington Monument. That's Misty Faith right there in your face. She's a rock star. And so you just take 130, add 17, and you get 147, the New World 147. It's right there in JFK's Executive Order 11110 with so much more. So much more. Glorious demolitions right there in your face.
Blow up the Washington Monument.
Yeah, and let's not forget that 11 times 11 is 121, and A is 1, and 21 is U. AU is gold. So, the gold and silver standard that JFK represents physically, metaphysically, is also being coded in Executive Order 11110. But nothing's happening, and a lot of truthers love to downplay Executive Order 11110, and a lot of truthers will tell you that it didn't do anything. It wasn't designed to bring in the silver certificates. It wasn't designed to eradicate the paper money system, and a lot of liars. And that's why Q said to you, be very careful who you follow. And this is why you have 107 as a calm before the storm, COMM, and that's why you have Michael Brian Protzman as a calm before the storm. Be careful who you follow. And when you find someone that you can follow, latch on with all your might. Because in this age, you're not given the luxury of doing this stick handling or this circus act of balancing between two wires. You got a choice to make right now, and this is the most important choice you'll ever make in the entirety of your existence, and that is, are you all in with God, or are you all in with Satan? And this is the choice that you need to make. So when you find someone that you can follow, when someone comes to you by the grace of God, and this is someone that is giving you the light, literally giving you the light, 56, then you, 5 and 6 is 11, then you need to latch on to the master number 11, and then you need to rise as the letter K does. So this is mammoth. Everything that we've gone through, everything that's happening right now, everything that Sabrinagal and the gang are working on with the revamping of Jesus Strand 1 and the releasing of Jesus Strand 2 on October 31st. These are calms, massive calms before the storm, right? Do you get that? Do you get what I'm saying about calms before the storm and how it works in two different ways and in two different worlds, and nothing's happening? Are we there yet? That's why Michael says MK Ultra is kicking your ass. We did a tribute show live last week to Michael. We just did the show Cognitive Dissonance is Kicking Your Ass. And right at the beginning, we gave tribute to Michael, Sabrinagal, and the gang for all of their beautiful, beautiful work, putting the truth in plain sight. And then this is where you're at. The truth is right in your face. And you have
and you know, Charlie, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we get that question a lot too. And I say, look at the Sacred Blue Tent or search yourself of every human trafficking arrest that is happening globally on a daily basis. If you want to ask nothing is happening, it's happening. They're being arrested, child labor, child slavery. We can see that all of the cargo ships are being held at bay. I mean, there's a reason, there's a strategy to all this that I know Michael could probably discuss. But I mean, so much is happening. Like you're saying, it's in your face.
So you got that 11-2, and then that 1939, which is 11-2, which 442, which 44 times 2 is 88. J. Kennedy, 88 is 16. 1 and 6 is 7. 7 is God's perfect number. God's perfect number, 191. All roads lead to Q, 191. 1 times 91, POTUS 91, because he is your POTUS. And comms comes to 63. I was born in 63 because 63 comes to 153, of course, which is 17Q. And of course, that's February 8th, which is 153 because my life is stupid coded, which is 306, which Trump won by 306 electoral vote because it's telling you. And we're going to do a 180, 30 times 6, 180. And then you have the executive order on June 4th, 1963. 6 and 4 is 10. 19 is 29. 29 and 63 is 92. 99 and 2 is 11, which is 2, which is he's number 2, but 90 is 87. And 2 is 58, if you spell it out. NINE is 87. TWO is 58. Well, that comes to 145, and that's his birthday. 9 times 5 times 29 is 145. Amazing Jesus, 145. It's in your face. And 1 and 4 is 5. 55, boss 55. Apprentice, 107. Germany's nothing, 17. Osiris, you're fired. Apprentice, you're fired, 228. The best yet to come, 228. Trump's not a reality TV star. He's going to fire Osiris off this planet. Osiris, you are fired 228, the best yet to come 228. It's right there in the 11 too. It's in your face. 112. ONE, ONE, TWO. 126. Nasty John, 126. 79 and 27. Gold is AU, which is 22. And AG, which is 8, 228. The best is yet to come, 228. Osiris, you are fired, 228. It's about 1,000 years of peace, 228. I'm on a mission from God, 228. The best Kennedy to come, 228. But AU and AG is 121.17, second coming Q, 138. I am positive 138. It's happening 138. Donald Trump 138. Beautiful freak 138. Well, him and I talk in code about biggest secrets in the world. We've been talking. I can show you pictures where we talk about this exact story right here in November last year. Took a screenshot of my old phone. Matter of fact, you can look it up. All you got to do is go to my channel, -48 channel, and scroll down until you see pictures of broken screen phones and look at all the different tweets we did back and forth. That's not all of them, just some of them. And if you can figure them out, they tell you right in your face. They'll tell you the 232. I already knew the 232 because he said the best was yet to come. I already knew that code. It was just in my face. Of course, the last thing I figured out was the 46, which I was embarrassed to say. That's the last thing I figured out, which is best. But I knew what the best meant, and so I got there first, and I got there towards the end. And the beginning and the end, no kidding. You make it up. The simplest one, the shortest code. Anyway.
Yeah, and when Michael is saying that Trump is not the apprentice, he's firing the apprentice. He's firing Osiris's punk ass off this earth. Remember, if Trump is not the apprentice, then that, of course, what that makes Trump is the master. Master 76. 7 and 6 is 13. 13 is that magical number of the one surrounded by 12, no matter where he goes.
Did I help you?
And 76, really quickly, 76 is biblical God, 76, Bible codes, 76. So it's, something big coming through the master.
So 7 and 6 is 13. 13 spelled out comes to 99 most high. And 76 is safety. Safety. Everybody wants safety. Nobody wants freedom. Nobody wants 66, Colleen 66, but Charlie. Freedom is 66. I just had to have some fun. But safety, everybody wants safety, but you can't have safety so you get freedom. Once you get freedom, well, guess what? You're going to get safety. Safety comes to 162. Safety comes to 76, and 76 spelled out as 162, the invisible man. And the invisible man's going to bring some pain. And so 162, Jesus is the God code 162, University 162. Because remember, a gematria teacher is 135, and JFK is the 35th president, 1 times 35, 35.
And Michael, all I can say is that, to bring the pain, you have to be an all-pro.
Damn straight. I'm all in. I'm is 22, which is MAGA. All in is 48. I'm 48. I'm all in. MAGA 48. And of course, 22 and 48 is 70. Toto is 70. 70 spelled out is 110. American Badass 110. So Punisher 110. President 110. American Badass Punisher President 330. And the 33rd prime number is 137. President JFK 137. It's in your face. 165. The JFK 27. Mirror Reflection 72. I am alive 72. Which is 99 most time. The Jesus is JFK 162. The Invisible Man 162. It's in your face.
If anyone else wants to chime in, but I was wondering if if Sabrinagal wanted to talk just a little bit more about, if she can, whatever she wants to say about Jesus Strand 2, because Colleen and I have been thinking about,
Curious about it. Huh?
yeah, where you would go from the brilliance of Jesus Strand 1, and since you're making up the screenplay as we go. Then,
well, because I've got, such brilliant allies in creating this. I mean, what were the chances that Toronto would join the channel and she would be of Armenian descent, and it opted her the opportunity to learn more about herself and her own lineage. I mean, it's just a beautiful gift to us and to her. And then Bryce, who's just so well versed and educated in the true Bible, in so many books of the Bible that I have never heard of. And I'm just like absorbing it all like a sponge. I mean, there are so many truths that these two amazing women are bringing to the table, in conjunction with Michael.
The bombs we learned today when we were all in our little private chat about the 8,500 pages and the 10,000 pages.
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. You're right. I mean, we learned today just through, we are nerds. I have to say, we've told Michael that the four of us, or three or four of us involved in this project, we are nerds at heart, and we love research. It's just learning. And I hope everyone shares that same sense of wonder to learn. And Toronto came across just today learning that there were 85,000 words missing, or added to today's current Bibles. That
there was 10,000 removed, 8,500 installed.
Right. So it's the bait and switch that's been going on for eons, according to whatever the propaganda and political objectives are at the time. And I think that's so important for us to remember. I know that there's a lot of people that don't agree with that which we are telling. We're not forcing this on anyone. We're doing the research. It's not through osmosis. We're connecting dots, and those dots are making sense. I grew up Roman Catholic. There were a lot of things that I didn't agree with, and I am just so excited to be learning the truths. I think it was very important what Bryce said, was that a lot of these books at the crucifixion of Christ, and if you were a Christian, you were hunted down. So what they did was they hid the books. They hid them in tombs. They dug holes. And I think archaeologists and scholars are still finding remnants. The Dead Sea Scrolls, along with the Book of Mary Magdalene, the Book of Thomas, all these books that have been discovered and kept from us, whether in the Vatican or by the Rothschilds or collectors, whatever it is. Thank God they didn't destroy them, because we do have accurate record of the truths of the Apostolic Church, the Gnostics, the Essenes. I mean, this is mind-blowing. This is like, we are so fortunate to be alive, to be really hearing the word of God, the word of Christ, and those that came before him. We had a little brief discussion with Bryce about Abraham. And I think we all know that Abraham was told to kill his first son, Isaac. And, I thought about that, and I thought, could it be that this story, this biblical story of the Old Testament, may have also been altered? Because I could not conceive that God would ask one of his sons to kill his own son. And lo and behold, Bryce's research confirmed that that was Lucifer. That was a Luciferian request, and that was edited.
If I may add something here real quick.
Yes, please.
I think it's the Jews or something that celebrate Nisan 17, and all of the crazy most relevant stories happen at Nisan 14 and 17, and it's all around Aries, the lamb. And so Abraham, which is Hiram above, the ram of God, is sacrificing his son, which is also the lamb. So it can be looked at as a story of the ecliptic. And other events that happen at Nisan 14 and 17, Jesus dies at Nisan 14. He resurrects at Nisan 17. And this is, again, like the 3 days in the tomb, and then, the solstices and the equinoxes. So it's the cross at the same time. And it's interesting how it's Nisan 17, it's Q. Guess what else happens on Nisan 17? Noah's Ark arrives at Mount Ararat at Nisan 17. By the way, it rained for 150 days. Is that the trunk train? Watch the water 155, drain the swamp 151. Anyway, Jacob and the 12 tribes go into Egypt due to drought at Nisan 17. The Jews walk through the Red Sea, so they come into slavery, but they're also freed at Nisan 17. They walk through the Red Sea, parted by God. The 12 spies later, when they're spying on the land of the giants or whatever, and they bring back fruit, the first fruits are eaten on Nisan 17. Esther saves the Jews on Nisan 17. Jericho falls on Nisan 17. And when I talk about the Jews here, I'm not talking about those Bolshevik, Khazarian fake Jews. I want to bring up Roman 2:29 here. But he is a Jew, which is one inwardly. And circumcision is that of the heart in the spirit and not in the letter, whose praise is not of men, but of God. But I wanted to add that different point of view in Sabrinagal.
I want to tell you something real quick. R is 18, 666, the number of man, 229, 22 times 9 is 198, President J. Kennedy, 198. And then you said 9, 14, and 17. Well, 9 and 14 is 23, which is I am. 9 and 17 is 26, which is God. And 9 times 14 is 126, which is gold and silver, AU, AG, second coming Q. And 9 times 17 is 153, which again is 17Q. I mean, the Bible is just extremely stupid coded. And so, the people that say, like Jordan Sather made a little video yesterday when he saw that I was here in Vegas. So, yeah, we got these clown Michael and, Tom do these numbers. Well, guess what, Jordan? People are being exposed to 18. Benghazi ain't going away to 18. 48, negative 48 drops bombs to 18. And one of the bombs was about me talking about you because you're talking about me. But see, I'm going to tell the truth. And you're going to see 3, Father, Son, Holy Ghost here pretty soon. And you'll have to answer because they know exactly what everybody's saying. And if you call me a clown and numbers, aren't you the Q guy that went through all the posts? It's right there in Q40, right in your face. They said to read them. You have more than you know. Look behind you. They said read the first 50 drops over again, over and over. They said drop number 40 right there in your face. And 40 spelled out as 84. I am JFK Grace 84. So guess what? Jordan Sather, 133 election fraud, 133 rigged election, 133 Nancy Pelosi, 133. Well, 48 comes to 133. But 48 stands for evil. We're going to find out if you're just a dumbass or you're evil. Jordan Sather.
Well, yeah, and you mentioned how the Bible is just stupid coded, and that sort of God sense of humor, where no matter how hard they try to add words to it or take away things from it, hide books away, they can't take away from God's truth written so plainly within these pages. It's so heavily encoded within it. It's magnificent when you start to see it with eyes, and that's why Jesus always said he spoke in parables. because it had to be layered in this sort of sense. So these scribes, these Pharisees, and these lawyers who are always in the left brain, they can't possibly read these words. They can't possibly see what's written there. And so Jesus speaks in parables, and the whole Bible is written allegorically, so that if you have eyes to see and ears to hear, you can actually see it and hear it. And knock on the door shall be open, seek and ye shall find. And this is this path that we are to follow, so that we can prepare ourselves and open up our minds to see this truth. And the numbers is just a fantastic way for God to always be speaking through us. And so if someone's going to deny that is God's truth, I mean, that's a pretty powerful thing, a pretty clear indication of someone's character if they're claiming that the language of numbers is wrong.
What I don't
yeah, go ahead.
don't think we finished that Matthew 11:30. I don't think I finished it all the way. Matthew 11, which is 4, M is 13, 11 is 24, 24 is 167, King of the World 167, 30 is baby, it's AUAG, second coming Q, but it says, for my yoke is easy, 2:11. How 90% of the world writes 11:2, and 2 times 11 is 22, and 22 spelled out is 165. Resurrection 165. It's in your face 165. And Matthew 11, 28, 29, 30. 28 is man, 29 spelled out, 149 the anointed one, and well, 30 is AUAG, second coming Q. It's all over the Bible, and we thought his power was the word. A through Z 351. God communicates through numbers 351. The 26 holy letters 351. Jesus Christ is the English alphabet 351. God coded every English alphabet letter 351. The manifestation of Jesus Christ 351. Supreme architect of the universe 351. Kingdom of Satan destroyed by a word 351. Holy shit, we're working with God 351. Because 90% of our brain knows A, B, C. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. It's just your dumbass 10% doesn't get it because, well, they gave you Common Core and they took your library, all your creatives, your PE away and your music away because they don't want you over there on the right side. Moral wealth has been mined from a man's mind than has ever been mined from the earth. And they don't want you over there. They don't want you. They don't want you living, surviving.
That is so brilliant. Everyone, Eugene, Justin, Sabrinagal, thank you for answering what I was asking. And Michael, that is just so brilliant. And everyone needs to hear this and know this, that whatever they have mined from Mother Earth doesn't come close to what they have mined from your mind. It's all about the mind. And this is where this casting of thy net to the right all goes to. And then and Michael referenced that 10%. That's your left brain. And your left brain is your ego. And have you ever stopped and noticed the similarities between the cabal and your ego? They're the same. They're the same. You don't need to have a prison in the physical. This is what they had. This is what they learned by studying us. What they learn is that if they rule your mind, they own you. They own you in every single sense of that word. And then when they own you, you haven't won because you don't live in the now. You live in fear.
Your attention, which is at 10 in the physical ion, so it's a charge of being in the physical, and then 10 backwards is the net. So they have your net, so you can't cast to the right. Keep going, Charlie.
Well, and just Eugene just bringing up Nicene 14 through 70. You just need to know it's so you see it's everywhere. It's with every major event. Right down to Jacob sending 10 of his sons to Egypt seeking corn. I heard that there was corn flowering of the mind, which is the pineal gland, which which of course is Joseph. And Joseph was in Egypt, and there was flowering corn in Egypt because Joseph had the wisdom to listen to God's messages. 11:11. He was able to decode the encode of what was coming through the Pharaoh, and the Pharaoh couldn't get any of this. And so through his ability to simply hear the word of God, God, man, word made flesh, then Joseph became the second most powerful person in all of Egypt. And here Jacob's sons, essentially faked the murder of Joseph and sold him into slavery into Egypt. And out of that despicable act came the highest high. And then come Jacob's 10 sons to Egypt seeking corn, which was planted by the irrigated fields that were all done by the decoding of Joseph. And Joseph is Jesus. And these consistencies are absolutely everywhere within the Bible. And just getting back really quickly before I get back into Nicene 14 through 17, but just what Justin was saying, about all of these, the significance of all of these allegories and the way that the Bible is encoded. So Michael and Sabrinagal were telling us that what Bryce discovered was that there were a lot more words taken out of the Bible and very few words added in. Reason being is that these monsters don't get it. And that's why symbology will always be their downfall, because they don't create anything. They simply use and abuse God's creation. They use it for evil. So their fingerprints, Agatha Christie, their fingerprints, Sherlock Holmes, are on everything. And all we have to do, Watson, is deduce where these fingerprints lead to. And you will see that the same people, right? So Sabrinagal was saying earlier, she was raised a Catholic and she didn't agree with these things. You just have to go back to the truth. Who is the Catholic Church? Who really are the Catholic Church? Are these haloed man, or are these holy men that are full of holes?
Yeah, there's that duality, right? I mean, you're growing up, you're taught one certain thing, yet you hear ruminations. I mean, I know of, family in Latin America that knew of the Jesuits, that knew of the horrid history of the Jesuits in Latin America, how they abused the indigenous people, how they stole. I mean, quinine is, Jesuits bark. Quinine comes from Latin America. It's from the bark of a tree that derives from Latin America. It was an indigenous healing plant. And then you hear of all the horrors from the Jesuits, yet culturally and religiously, they still put you in the Catholic schools. So it's funny how the older generations were not able to see and make a distinction. They just did what they thought they had to do, which was to teach their children the same religion that they were taught culturally.
Pharisees.
Yeah, exactly. And so, and just the other thing that I just want to say, which is so important about this Nicene 14 through 17, is Passover. It's Passover. It's Passover. This is why, and by the way, nobody can argue with this. The only people that brought the existence of Ishtar into the holiday of Easter at the Passover is the Catholic Church. They can't lay that at anybody else's doorstep. That's the Catholic Church. The Catholic Church took away the truth, which is Passover, which is the key to everything. I cannot stress this enough. We don't have time to go into this tonight, but believe me, 3 days and 3 nights, 72, is is absolutely the key to the teachings of Jesus Christ in the Bible. That's going within your tomb, your temple, for 3 days and 3 nights, mastering this fasting. Because when you fast, then you're penitent. You're wholly, entirely dependent upon God. That means you're all in with God. It's trusting in God. It's not taking of the hands of man. It is only tasting of the wisdom, of the knowledge. Manna is not bread from God. God's not a bread maker. Not at all. If he's anything, he would be closer to a candlestick maker, not a butcher or a baker. And so the truth over Passover is everything. And they're the ones that gave you Ishtar, who is the goddess of fertility, with their Easter holiday with chocolate bunny rabbits and chocolate Easter eggs and little children painting eggs. And for all the years that the Catholic Church has existed, they've painted eggs. But guess what? For all the years that the Catholic Church has existed and painted eggs, they've only painted one effing color: blood red. No shit, Sherlock. One color every single year: blood red Easter eggs. Now, you go back and do your own research on this. I'm going to be releasing, I haven't done it yet, a show that I did with Santos, and then a show I did myself on the whole truth of Passover, and it is going to blow you away. And when you do your own research on these ancient fertility festivals that came out of Phoenicia, it was now Venice, from the Phoenicians and their god Baal. Like, your earth suddenly went from still stationary at the center of all things, and you're the pinnacle of God's creation, and you're the apple of God's eye, and the cream always rises to the top. And everything revolves around us, because this is our miraculous journey. And if there are people out there that are different from us, then we have to go save them, because we're at the center of all creation and everything revolves around us. That story. It got turned into a spinning, wobbling, tilting BAAL ball,
Careening through space
at 1,000,000 miles an hour, instead of stillness and silence. 3 days and 3 nights in stillness and silence and pure humility and penitence before God in the temple. Passover, and it got changed to a fertility. When you do your research on the Phoenicians, Baal and Semiramis, or Nimrod and Ishtar, then you will see the truth. And at the first rising of the morning sun on March 22nd, on the first rising of this Aries, this beautiful, perfect first sun, signifying the rebirth of the Christed one, you had the priests of this church who were sacrificing children on the stage, while on the other side of the stage, you had the priests impregnating women to provide them with children 12 months down the road, 3 months old, 3-month-old children. If you understand 3, 6, and 9, you'll understand the secrets to the entire universe. 3-month-old children 1 year down the road, which were then being sacrificed on the other side of the stage. These are the people who are the Cabal. These are the Phoenicians. These are the Venetians. This is the Cabal. This is the United Nations, Red Cross, Halloween, raising money for UNICEF. Do you know how they're all connected? Do you see what this all is? Why does the Catholic Church only paint blood red eggs? What's their gold? We know what our gold is. What's their gold? Where do they live? Where do they hide? What do they covet? What happens when you go into the hospital? I got a headache. Well, we need to take your blood. Ever ask the question why? And it all relates back to this truth of Passover, 3 days, 3 nights, humility, penitence before God, the east gate of Jerusalem. And it's easier to get a camel into, through an eye of a needle than it is for a rich man into heaven. Cognitive dissonance is kicking your ass. And it's going to be you. Sorry, go ahead, Michael.
Well, you just said CD, cognitive dissonance. Well, we got a CD, Conqueror of Darkness, 228. The best is yet to come, 228. That's the meaning of Vincent Fuchsia. Conqueror of Darkness. CD, 34, Grace 34. He's the only one that can conquer darkness. But he needed our help, because where we go on, we go all. Worldwide, 198. Greatest comeback ever, 198. WWG1, WGA, worldwide, 198. So, blood, 48, evil, 48. Red, 27, JFK. Blood red. 75 magic wand, 75. Barack Obama said we need a magic wand to create manufacturing jobs. I guess we have a magic wand. 220. American badass president, 220. ABA president, 121. Second coming president. Damn straight, Skippy. Corn 50, Nazi 50, Snake 50, 150. The keys, if you understand the magnificence of 369, you have the keys to the universe. Tesla said 3, 6, 9, 150. Trump train 150. Ku Klux Klan 150 because they're always copying us. No kidding. KKK 33. Well, 33rd Prime Minister 137. President JFK 137. He's got them covered. He's got them covered. I am the perfect leader. I am this. You know who I am is? It's 23, and 2 and 3 is 5. 5 is grace, just like the red tie says. I am the perfect, the man above. Leader, the man above. But it's got the word the beginning. I am the beginning and the end. I am the beginning. The beginning of the alphabet is A through M, which is 91, which is God wins, or POTUS. And of course, N through Z is 260, which 2 times 6 is 120, the truth 120, because that's him. And 26 is God, because Jeremy is nothing. The 120 and 26 is 146 anniversary, and POTUS anniversary. That's what we're talking about here. But anniversary 146, Most High John 146. POTUS, Most High John. That's what the alphabet says. But see, you said goddess of fertility, G-O-F. O is 15, which is really 6. G is 7, 6. And then F is 6, 767. Gee, I can't imagine why they got these 767s, these Boeing planes. But 7, 6, 7. Well, 7 is 65. 7 is 65. That's Fifi. F-E-F-E. And then 6 is 52. So you got 130 and 52, which is 182. Now, Junior came out on drop 1820. Drop 1082, which is 182. And it was 5 months and 11 days into the storm. Of course, I'm 5'11". So is other things, unexpected problems. They said Junior was 6'1", but then turns out he's not. Turns out he's like 5'11" and a half, which I used to be, though I shrank. So I'm 5'11". And I started working on this in December of 14. 12, 14 is 26, just like negative 48. N plus 4 plus 8 is 26. And of course, that was 51 years, 10 months, because it's 5'11". And chapter 7 of JFK's book, The Calm Before the Storm, 231, is V11511. And well, 231, I'm the 7.7 billion to 1 guy, 231. So everything's just extremely stupid coded. But Goddess of Fertility, 218, Michael Bryan Prosper, 218, but I'm not her. I'm not John F. Kennedy Jr., 218. I'm not him. But 21 times 8, 168. Second coming of God, 168. It's right there. It's you and infinite together, 218. 21 is you, letter U in the alphabet. 777 jackpot. You were created in his image. You're perfect. That's 111. Perfection 111. Then the 8 makes 119. Trump came out on 11-9. He told us something kind of special on 118. I wonder if I can find it. I want to make sure I get it right. Oh, yeah. JFK Jr. is here 119. So obviously JFK Jr. was in the house, in the building that night. Because he's everywhere. He's played, let me see, John John's 94, Mike Lindell 94, My Pillow 125, John Kennedy 125. That was John playing Mike Lindell on the Jimmy Kimmel Show. Yep. They said to watch the water. John Kennedy Jr. 153, Jesse Waters 153. That was John when Jesse Waters was dropping all them truth bombs. That was John. John's everywhere. Alan Perot, you want to talk about that? Sabrinagal?
No, I'm going to let you. You go for it.
You know it better than I do. Matter of fact, the gal that interviewed him, you guys were talking to her on Monday, Anna Clay.
Do we want to? Oh, well, you announced it. Okay. Well, we are. We're trying to secure her to be a part of the Sacred Blue Tent. So we're going to be talking with her on Monday. Nothing is set in stone. But what we're trying to do is get these amazing journalists that have been so prominent in the Great Awakening and align with them, partner with them so that they can be part of the tent. So it's a very exciting time.
Yeah, and for those of y'all listening on YouTube, Christy's been dropping the links to the Sacred Blue Tent. Thank you, Christy. And it's also linked in the show notes, so make sure you check out that channel. I tell you what, it is hard to keep up with the amount of truth that's dropped in that channel. There's so much good stuff there dropped left and right. So go check it out. You won't regret it.
Thanks for that plug. Yeah, we welcome men, women, anyone who's looking for truth, because I think our team has been researching along with Michael for several years now, and just trying to get the truth out there.
Wants to have their MK Ultra cognitive dissonance torn to shreds can go over there.
Yeah, there's some serious truth bombs that fly. They hit 48,000. I hit 97. Kennedy's 97. 48 Vale. Kennedy's Vale 145. Amazing Jesus 145 is his birthday. May 29th. 5 times 29, 145. Amazing Jesus 145. Amazing Gematria 145. A Gematria teacher 135. Not me. 1 times 35. JFK's the 35th president. There's your teacher.
And this is what we have to get back to, which is the truth, and the truth are the teachings of Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ never did anything but tell the truth, and this is why Jesus says, "Keep your children close to me." This is why Jesus Christ is and always will be the Son of Man. Because he came first. He came first and he showed us the way. He is the way. He is the light. He is the life. He is the truth of this reality. And that is Christ consciousness within us. And that is, the essence of Christ, which are the teachings. And remember these, the brilliance of the Bible and the teachings of Jesus Christ is that these are not just words. These are actions. And actions are far more powerful than words. And as Colleen always likes to say, and she's 100% right about this, which is that whatever you hold as your truth becomes encoded in your blood. And this is what you're passing on to future generations. So when you're ignorant, when you choose to be ignorant, and you choose to be a slave of the maritime admiralty law system, and down you go beneath the waters, which is, the weight of this world, which are the lies, then that's your choice. But there are consequences to the choices you make, and the consequences you're passing on is blood that is filled with lies. And beneath the water you go, and anytime you go below level, that's seeking hell. And when you seek hell, that is seeking Satan. Then this is the choice you have to make in your life, because Satan's ultimate rival is Jesus Christ, because he can't be bought. He can't be broken. There's nothing that you can do to Jesus that doesn't exalt him higher. Everything that you attempt to do to Jesus only makes him higher, because he is the light. He is the life, which is the light of this world, and he is the truth, which is the way. And so moving forward, this is why the Jesus strand is so important. This is why what Sabrinagal and Toronto and Bryce, everyone on the team are working so hard on is so important. This is why Jesus Strand 2 coming out on October 31st is so significant and so important, because there's nothing else. Again, just a brilliant, brilliant man that was way ahead of his time, was a former pastor and a teacher from New Jersey. And his name was Bill Donahue. Bill's still alive. Bill's still with us. And Bill just absolutely really, really understood the Bible. And what Bill often said is that for all the problems and the complexities of this world, if you want to change your life in the most powerful, beautiful way, and Bill would say, guarantee that you will find happiness and the abundance that comes through happiness, is not just read the words of Jesus Christ in the Bible, but do the words of Jesus Christ in the Bible. And this is what Colleen and I teach, which is the greatest sin, one of the greatest sins, perhaps the greatest sin that the Catholic Church has ever done, is to simply say to you that you're a worthless sinner and that Jesus died for your sins. And so that you just keep sinning through the rest of your existence, and it's all good, because don't worry, Jesus can take nail after nail after nail in your name, because you're just a worthless sinner. No, you're not. You're a child of God. Jesus is the Son of Man because he came first. Jesus is the Son of Man because he showed us the way. Jesus Christ is the light, the life, the truth, and the way, which means that you have to do the work that he did. And that's the brilliance of the New Testament of the Bible and all the books that have been withheld from it, because it's not just his beautiful, perfect teachings that are the way, but it's the work that he did. He actually did this. He lived this. And anyone who is of that strand, of that seed, of that blood, of that line, no wonder they want to eradicate it so badly, because it's encoded within them. So when you come to a descendant of the Christ strand, you're literally, we're going to be able to touch the hem of the garment of Christ, because it's encoded in their blood, because they do the work. They do the work, so they live the truth. They are the truth, and that blood is pure because they do the work. You have to do the work. And so what does Jesus teach that slaps Christianity right in the face? Jesus said, go forth and sin no more. I will forgive thee, but go forth and sin no more. What does the Catholic Church say? Go forth and sin forever. Who does that benefit? A tiny group of blood-drinking vampires, or you, or Jesus? Does that get Jesus off the cross? It's common sense, and cognitive dissonance and MK Ultra are kicking your ass. CD. And what did Michael say? And he would know. We have an answer to that. We have an answer to this cognitive dissonance, and it's in the blood. And that's why what Sabrinagal and Bryce and Toronto and everyone on that team, and of course Michael as well, is so important. And to Jordan Sather, who, by the way, hates Colleen and I, just so you know. Not sure how, because all we do is we take care of animals that are injured and homeless, and we give them shelters. We teach you the truth. We always have done nothing but teach you the truth. And Jordan Sather hates us. Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking liar. And you're going to take a shot at Michael Brian Protzman? Fuck you. Fuck you. Because you are worse than a liar, Jordan. And what's coming to you is hell. I guarantee it, because God showed me. I've seen it. I've seen what's coming to you, and it's a lake, and it's on fire. And there's 1,000 years for you to contemplate why you made the decisions you made in your life. And all you had to do, as Bill Donahue said, was follow. Read and then do. Read and then do the teachings of Jesus Christ. And it simplifies everything. It simplifies everything. It is the life, because it's the light, it's the truth, and it's the way. Jesus Christ is the Son of Man because he came first to show us the way. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. There's nothing bigger or more important that I can teach you than that. And this is why what Michael is doing is so important. That's what makes Michael so special. It's what makes Sabrinagal and Bryce and Toronto so special, because what they're doing is they are encoding this truth of truth, this highest of highs, this holiest of holies, which is that it's not just allegories within the Bible, that it happened, and therefore it's real, and it means that it can be real for you as well. So the solution, the answer, the way, the light, the fire, abundance in your life is all through this single straight and narrow way. And the straight and narrow path physiologically within you is up and to the right. The fourth ventricle of the brain, which is the only way you can get into the third ventricle of the brain, which is the optic thalamus, which has always been called by every single culture in the entire history of creation, have always called the optic thalamus the light of the world. What do we call Jesus Christ? The light of the world. And the only way, and the light of the world is essentially your third ventricle of the brain. And the only way to get in there is the fourth ventricle. And you have to cast thy net to the right because it's on the right-hand side of the atlas bone. You can't go through because the brainstem comes through the atlas bone. So you have to cast thy net to the right. That's where everything goes out of your body, the temple of your body, into the temple of the mind. You have to go up and to the right. You have to cast thy net to the right. And that puts you directly into the fourth ventricle. And the fourth ventricle is this tiny, straight, narrow path. And it leads you to the third ventricle of the brain, which is the light of the world, which is Jesus Christ within you. It's all within you. What did Michael say? Truer words have never been spoken. For all of the raping of the earth that these monsters have done, for all of the mining they have done of the mother, it doesn't come close to what they've mined from your mind. It's that simple. And with that, I would just pass it back over to Sabrinagal and Michael to jump back in.
Well, you said some interesting stuff. Showed us the way. Showed is 74 Jesus. Us is 40. The way is 82 anointed. But showed us is 114, which is trump card, anointed. Showed us the way. Trump card anointed. JFK truth anointed. Showed us the way. Same thing. Comes 196. There's lots of 196, but 196 spelled out. 34, 42, and 52 come to 128. Trump came out on 128. 2021. Off the golf course, G7C3, perfect 73. And he said, we haven't finished yet, 222. TWO, TWO, TWO is 174, trust the plan 174. But he did it on 128, Independence Day 128. Independence Day US, that was what the date said. Because 2021 is, 41 USA. Independence Day USA, that's what he said. And 128 and 41, that's 169, the Great Awakening, 169. But Trump's too stupid to talk in code because he can't even speak. Whatever. People have no clue. Read and then do, 113. Well, if you don't answer that with I am, then you got 113, not true. You're not doing it. But read and then do I am. Well, I am is 23 and read and then do is 113. Well, read and then do I am is 136, Great Awakening 136, because that's all you need to have for the Great Awakening is what Charlie Freak Light King said. You know, I told everybody that Charlie got it. I said, once the show was over, I said, go watch the last 30 minutes of that 6-hour show and listen to Charlie. He gets it. He gets it. He knows exactly what we're doing. He'll tell you right there in the last 30 minutes of the 6-hour show he did. I mean, who talks for 6 hours? Well, Charlie Freak, when he's getting his mind blown off his shoulders, and he didn't even get it blown off till today. And there's more, because when we got this little, how those movie posters that Castle Rock Studios doing, Steve Mnuchin. Well, we got this movie poster kind of type deal sent to our channel, and it said Jesus Strands with an S. And so that's how we knew we could go down the other strand. There's the Mary Magdalene strand. Woo! Jesus Strand 2. Go figure. That's what it's about. So tune in for the second strand.
It's going to blow your minds, guys, just like it did mine.
Dude.
I was like, dude.
Now, there's some young people that aren't going to get it because they don't know history.
Yeah, I'm old. But we'll relate in a way that's understandable, hopefully, to those that are a little bit younger and not as well versed
of course,
in some history.
It involves the walls of the Vatican, because it's all about walls. Just ask Donald Trump. He knows a little bit about walls. It's his family's in construction. They're into building walls, right, Sabrinagal?
Yep, I hear Jerusalem Stone is a favorite.
So anyway, just hang on and buckle up and get ready, because Jesus Strand 2 is really about the second Jesus strand, the Mary Magdalene strand. And then Jesus Strand 3 really is the Great Awakening. We can't tell that part. That we can't tell you everything. We'll have to wait for that. And of course, we're telling you this one on the day, 2 days before, so we won't have that one ready. You'll just have to watch it, and then we'll just talk about it, and we'll make it. And then I'm sure we're going to be asked to tell it all over the place. So
it's an honor.
It's going to be a wild ride.
It's an honor.
It's going to be a wild ride.
Well, and there's
it is an honor, and you're all just wow. I love you all of you so much. It is an honor, and you're going to handle it, and you're going to be incredible ambassadors to it, and it won't stop. They're just going to want to hear it again and again and more, and because this is the highest of highs. This is the holiest of holies. This is the truth of truths. This is what it's all about. There just isn't a bigger, higher, more important story, because it will answer every single question out there. It'll explain everything that they've ever done out there, and it will show you the truth of everything that they've ever done out there, and then it will explain the absolute truth of you inside of you, and then you will know you, because you will know God. And that's the significance of what's happening here.
I'm just Michael 143, and it's on the license plate of Lincoln in 1963, GG 300. G is 7, that's 14, then you have the 3 143. But, King JFK Grace Key is 143. And so is Fuck You King. That's Charlie there. The Fuck You King is 143. You're on the license plate of the Lincoln in 1963, Charlie.
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I was just gonna add with the Jesus strand too. I mean, it's no coincidence, but the first one being about the Jesus strand, the masculine side of it, and then number two being Mary Magdalene, the feminine aspect to it. So it's this God working through the numbers, and I can only imagine what the three is. But it's no
Yeah, and we're
coincidence.
actually going to be specifically discussing Mary Magdalene and the Divine Feminine on the Sacred Blue Tent on Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific. And then we're so excited about Tuesday because, Charlie, you're going to be joining us at the Sacred Blue Tent with Negative, with Prime Minister, with David Zublik to discuss the Divine Masculine. So we're very, very excited about it.
It's an absolute honor, an absolute pleasure, and an absolute honor. And Sacred Feminine on Monday is Moon Day. Just so you know, they took an O away, and you didn't figure it out.
Wow.
So
fantastic.
yeah, it's a big. That's a very good day for the Sacred Feminine. Would be on the Moon Day. Yeah.
We had no idea. At least I didn't. That's fantastic.
And Tuesday for the Sacred Masculine works really well because, again, if you just go back to the Latin and you look at the days of the week, lunes martes, Tuesday is martes, that's Mars Day. That's a good day for the sacred masculine. Because
the same with November the 2nd, right? What is November the 2nd? Dia de los Muertos, or All Souls Days. So the dead in Christ shall rise, perhaps. It's just beautiful synergy.
Absolutely, which is why they've done what they've done with Halloween on October 31st and November 1st. It's a two-day process. You have to steal the children on October 31st, and then there is a bloodletting process on November 1st, so they could advance to stealing souls on November 2nd. And this ties into May Day. And that's why May Day and All Souls Day are body and soul. They want it all. They wanted it all from us. They wanted it all from us, and God gave it all to us, and they wanted to take it all away from us. You just need to know this.
So you got May Day, which is Angel Day, which is 69, People 69, We Are Q 69, Checkmate 69. Then you got Mars Day. Mars is 51, Michael 51, QQQ 51 Day, which is 81, which is Tower, which is Problem, Unforeseen Tower. And then you have Moon Day, which is 87, which is Truth, which is Junior, which is Justice. 87, 87, 87, Russia, Russia, Russia. 261, John Fitzgerald Kennedy, JR 261, The Mere Reflection 162, The Invisible Man, which is JFK. J is 10, there's your 1. F is 6, there's your 6. K is 11, 1, 1, there's your 2. 162, The Invisible Man. But he's the beginning and end of everything. So if he's 162, he must be 261. Well, he is. American Badass Jesus Christ 261. So, yeah, he's as bad as they get, and he took the blow and did it his way, not the Maverick 82, Anointed 82. But see, we had May Day. We had Mars Day, and we had Moon Day. And that's 81 and 87. And that's 168, Second Coming of God, 168. And 16 and 8 is 24, and 24 is spelled out 167. You try the show. Who's going to Dallas? That's not a question, that's a statement. Who is going to Dallas? Because I am the beginning and the end is 46. Who is 46?
And that's what Michael has said all along, is that he's been searching for JFK. So that's why Michael's going to Dallas on 11/2 because he's been seeking JFK, the Invisible Man. Maybe he'll come visible on 11/2. But are we there yet? Is anything happening?
Well, Trump said, "Mr. President, can you hear me?" 270. He said, "Fast animal on the planet." 270. The missile came in at 270 degrees before it hit the Pentagon at 9:37:46. And 9:37:46 spelled out comes the President John Fitzgerald Kennedy. 343. 7 times 7 times 7 is 343. The 7 plus 7 plus 7 is 21, and 21 spelled out is 141. Mr. President, 141. I am the storm, 141. See, Mary Magdalene and Jesus Christ comes to 270. So they took down the Twin Towers, and they built the Freedom Tower. Freedom is 66, Tower is 81, comes to 149, the anointed one. But that's JFK's birthday. But that's how many days are left in the year after Barack Obama's birthday. But that's not Barack Obama there. That's Baphomet. That's his boyfriend, Michael Obama, Floppy Mike, Big Mike, Mooshell, Michael Yvonne Robinson, from Oregon State, Beaver, Pussy 100. Yeah. Go figure. Think mirror. Anyway, what do you guys know? What do you think? Pretty amazing, isn't it?
Amazing. And what we think and we know is that we love you, and and that we appreciate you so much, and that we you don't need it, but we always do and will have your back, and that goes for the girls as well. And we will continue to tirelessly work to support in any way we can, and to spread the miracle teachings that are coming through your divine, beautiful group, because it is the light of this world. It is the truth. It is the life. It is the way, and there's nothing more important.
Well, I'm just Michael 143. We love you 143. 143 and 143 is 286, and 28 and 6 is 34, which is grace. That's what it's all about. 3 and 4 is grace is 34, and 3 and 4 is 7, and 7 is God's perfect number. God's perfect number 191. All roads to lead you. Q 191. 1 times 91. POTUS 91. And JFK is your POTUS. As hard as that is to wrap your mind around. And I'll tell you something. Charlie knows. It takes a set of cojones to do what I do, to say what I say, when I say it, how I say it, as firm as I say it. But that's what he says, because A is 1, Z is 26, and once you're all in, you're all in. I'm all in.
And that's what this is all about. It's being all in with God. Because if you're not on, I'll share this with you. There's no ways about it. The book of Revelation teaches us this. If you're not all in with God right now, it doesn't matter that you don't. You're not specifically saying that you want to be all in with Satan, but you will be. This is just one of those moments. It is that moment in time. This is the moment that the book of Revelation was written about. It foretold this moment. Don't get mistaken about it, that it could be referencing something. This is it. This is it. And the book of Revelation tells you that you're going to ascend to the greatest gifts and abundance that you could possibly ever imagine, or you're going to fall for 1,000 years into that steaming lake of fire. Really, your choice. It is your choice. You either cast thy net to the right or you don't. But there's no middle ground right now. No more of this fancy footwork. No more of this double talk. It won't work anymore. God knows. This is that moment to declare your allegiance. And I think, humbly so, that this is why, if you think it's been taking so long, this is why. Because where we go one, we go all. Everyone is loved. Everyone is valuable. Everyone has a journey. Everyone has great value. So they want to save every single one. They're giving every single one every single chance to change, to see the light, to see the insanity of this ridiculous satanic system, and how these politicians are locked, stock, and barrel in perfect alignment with Satanism. And what is Satanism? Hands of man versus the hands of God. You have an immune system, but you're trusting some scientist who's paid paper money by a dead body called a corpsoration, and you trust that over God. That, to me, is the definition of Satanism. When you trust some.
Well, they're just they're so mind controlled. They don't have a clue. They just don't understand the system they're in. They've been tricked by the sneakiest dude on the planet. And politician 108. I am the devil 108. The mob said the politician was the easiest one to buy because he was a psychopath. He loved power and money. So it's in your face, people. There's good and there's bad. To every number. You can make those numbers anything you want. Oh, really? Alpha and the Omega 131, John F. Kennedy 131. Father, Son, Holy Ghost 235, President John Kennedy 235. I am the beginning and the end. A and C 27, JFK 27. Oh yeah, I can make them anything I want. I can make a Michael Prosper. How do I do that? Can't figure out how to do that because you can't. Scott McKay said it perfectly. He said, here we are limiting God into a book when he controls everything. The stars, they thought we would follow the stars. We are going to follow the stars. The stars are all lined up. And not those phony, fake, fabricated bullshit. Let's give them a lot of likes and views and people on Twitter, stars like Christopher Thiegan, John No Legend husband, boyfriend with the big feet. That thing talks like a trucker because it's a dude. And Donald Trump calls all kinds of people dudes. He talked about that soccer captain on the women's soccer team. Yeah, he went there. He went to transgendered with his code. And I said, Donald, if you just would have taken the I out of it, made the I a lowercase, they would have trolled you for, because transgendered is 134. You take the I out, make it a small lowercase I, the press would have trolled you. You would have had more eyeballs. But, and you take 9 off of 134 and you got 125, transgender 125. But I didn't realize what he was saying. He was saying, it's game over 134, transgendered 134. Yeah. He's pretty amazing dude. Anyway, if you can find that tweet he's sending the USA soccer team's captain, Miss Raponi, Mr. Rapone, or whatever its name is. That's a dude, folks. There's all kinds of cheating going on, and all that shit's gonna stop. There's a new sheriff in town. His name's Donald fucking Trump, and every now and then you gotta just drop it. It just doesn't sound like there's a new sheriff in town, Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Doesn't sound the same. he ain't no joke. He's got jokers for that. Those jokers are joker cards. Those joker cards are coming to kick some serious gatekeeper ass. And the people are going to be free. They're going to be blown away at what Donald Trump's got coming.
And you talk about cojones. You just remember what Trump did. I tried to show this. I tried to hint to this in the takedown of the cabal from A to Z. But when Trump went to Israel, he went to Jerusalem, and he went to the Wailing Wall, and he touched the Wailing Wall, and then just so many people in the truth community just wrote Trump off as as another Zionist shill. And no. He was pointing to you as to what's on the other side of the wall. And I know what's on the other side of that wall. And it's a spider's web. And it leads to Rome, and it leads to Switzerland, and it leads to Venice, and all roads lead back essentially to Rome and Venice. I know what's on the other side of the wall, and that's what he was foreshadowing. And by the way, don't forget, Melania was with President Trump when this occurred. No other foreign dignitary in the history of Israel was ever allowed to have that occur, and Melania came to the wall as well. So that is powerfully encoding for you in plain sight. It's right in your face. Truth is right.
And further to that, Charlie, Donald Trump in Hebrew gematria equals 424, which is the same as Mosaic ben David, which means Messiah from the house of David. This certainly does not mean he will be the Messiah, but it indicates he will play a role in preparing the way for the arrival of the Messiah. And
gematria, you get to take that apart, make it a 24 and a 42, which is 66 when you put it back together. And 66 spelled out as 149, the anointed one, because he is the anointed one to help the arrival of the anointed one. JFK's birthday is the 149th day of the year, 149, the anointed one. I don't care how you add it up. I don't care how you chop it up. I don't care how you look at it. It all tells you the same thing. The story we were telling you. And you can check to the redone version, the far superior Jesus Strand 1, far superior, because we had Fame Tree, it's 107. Fame Tree, you're fired, 228. Faking it. Fake Tree it. And, well, it's going to be a whole lot better than it's going to be followed up just within a week of Jesus Strand 2. So you get ready for some, better get some straps to hold your head down, because you're head's going to get clean blown off.
And this being a 44 Magnum, the most powerful handgun in the world, and will blow your head clean off, you got to ask yourself a question, punk. Do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk? I feel very lucky. And 13 is my number. I like lucky 13. So I'm so excited.
Well, it's a model 29, and model
Dirty Harry.
Model is 49, which is yes, and 29. Well, 29 spelled out as 149, the anointed one, his birthday. But model 29, 49, and 29 comes 78. Kennedy 78. So get ready. There's some jokers 78 coming to model 29 to pull your head clean off.
And that's where you found all of us when we came on air tonight, and we're still all reeling from it. But Colleen and I, Justin and Eugene, we had our heads blown clean off in the pre-show, in the pre-game show, and wow. So
And that's
what?
not easy to do, but when you take a 44 model 29, you get to 122 the day of the plane crash. It's I Am Alive America 122. Unforeseen is 122, and there's an unforeseen problem coming. It's gonna blow your head clean off. It was rigged 122. Yeah, JFK Jr. is alive 132. Surrender 122. The end is near 122.
And it's all about safety, but you have to be an all pro. So there's a lot that's coming.
Otherwise, you're gonna have some serious pain if you start messing with us, the U.S.
How old is JFK again?
$104.
JFK is alive 104. He's 104. JFK is alive equals 104. JFK Jr. alive 104. 10 times 4 is 40. 40 is gonna 23 is gonna bring the pain. Yeah. That was my dad's favorite gun too. That's why I know it's a Model 29. That was the first gun I ever shot. First handgun I ever shot was an 8-inch barreled Model 29 44 Magnum. And of course, it comes to 122. I'm Alive America 122. Then Model 29 is 78 Kennedy 78. Go figure. Because my life is just stupid coded. And of course, the first shotgun was a 410, which is 41, which is king. And there's 41 weeks after, from my birthday to his death, because I was 287 days old. That's 287s. One side is truth 87, the other side is just 87. 87, 174. Michael Pross 174. Trust the plan 174. I'm all in.
To the QH 174.
Welcome to the QH 174. Yep. I'm the one that made it up. I'm the one that posted it on Gematrix. Some of them I didn't do, like JFK D-Day hat tipper 174. You want to see him tip the hat? Go to my page and under media, look for Trump sitting at the Resolute desk. JFK's desk, the one that Junior used to hide in. Trump's using the desk because he's hiding Junior. He'll say, Mr. President, can you hear me? 270. Jesus Christ, Mary Magdalene, 270. 27 JFK, 2 times 70 is 140. POTUS, yes. 140 and 27 is 167. King of the world, 167. He came down the escalator on the 167th day of the year, which left 198 days in the future. That was 6, 16, 15. 6 and 16 is 22. 22 and 15 is 37. 3 and 7 spelled out as 121, second coming. Second coming, JFK, POTUS, yes. Elephant in the room, 198. Funny thing about the elephant in the room, 198, you just got to add him to the 800-pound gorilla. What do you think DJT is? He's 410, 20. 4 times 10 is 40. 40 times 20 is 800. You can't make this shit up.
Wow, and speaking about the revelations, when all of these start to drop and people see this for the first time, it is going to be in your face, and there is going to be no denying it, and that's where that true choice has to be made, and many of us have made this choice prematurely, or not prematurely, but ahead of time. We've said we're all in with this plan, we're all in with God's plan, but once it's all revealed, once this is out there, there will be no denying how much our world was run by Satan, and if you continue to stay in that path, you will perish. And this is that 4 to 6% that Q says will not be saved, And I like how you put it, Michael. It's the 1% psychopaths and the 3 to 5%, demon worshippers, those who are so far gone in it. But we will all be given that choice very powerfully, and so yeah, it's amazing times to be witnessing for sure.
You add up Elephant in the Room 800, or Elephant in the Room 198, President J. Kennedy 198. And then you got DJT 41020, and 4 times 10 is 40 times 20 is 800. You got up 198 and 800, and you get 998. Well, 99 is most high and 8's infinite. And 99 and 8's 107 Superman, 107 is 17Q. And everybody thinks I'm 153 for some reason because my birthday, my year, whatever. But 9, which is 42, plus 9, which is 42. NINE is 42. So 42 plus 8 comes to 49, which is yes. So you got 42 and 42 is 84. I am JFK Grace, yes, but I'm not him. It's 42 plus 42 plus 49 is 133. 48 is 133. And 1 plus 3 is 7. 7 is God's perfect number, which is 191, which is negative 48 plus negative 472. But 1 times 33 is 33, and the 33rd prime is President JFK 137. Doesn't matter how you do it, folks. It just works. And for some reason, I have these names, these dates, my parents, the dates, the Bobcats, the scissor lifts, the storage units, the serial numbers, the price I paid for the Bobcats. The Bobcat serial number is 529, which is his birthday. 91 POTUS, 41 King, 17 Q. I paid $11,500 for it. 115, the Anointed 115. Trump JFK 115. You can't even make this crap up. It was invoice 2304. Negative 48 times negative 48, 2,304. 0 means nothing. 234, Kennedy, 234. 23 and 4 is 27 JFK. But uranium 234 is in the earth at 0.0055, Boss 55. Everybody thinks I'm JFK GR 55. Because Michael Bryan Prosman 218, John F. Kennedy Jr. 218. It's just beyond stupid. Did I even know this stuff?
And remember, Resolute 115.
Yeah. And Ruby Cute 115, Tower 1, when you spell it out, 115. We are at War 115. Art of the Deal 115, Key Code of God 115. Twitter 115. It's right there in the plane crash. 7, 16, 99. 7 is 6 and 1. 16 is 11 5. Well, 6 and 1 is Red Tie, and 115 is Twitter, or 61 is Google, and they're both fake because 7 is 6 and 1. 6 and 1 is FA, first half of fake in the alphabet, and 16 is 11 5, which is KE, FAKE, fake. Junior didn't die in that plane crash, people. It was a plane crash. P16C3, Make America Great Again 163. P16C3, that's 19. KAG is 19. K is 11. A is 1, that's 12. And G is 7. Tower 1, 2, or 2 billion 7. 12 times 7 is 84. I mean, people, it's in your face. It's just the way God coded it. It's just the way it is. 7 plus 16 plus 99, 122. It was rigged 122. I'm alive, America. 122. America first 122. Unforeseen 122. JFK GR lives 122. It's in your face. You just have to realize that God is just that powerful and these guys are that smart.
And again, when you do the work, and so you live the truth, you encode that truth in your blood. It becomes your genes. It's what you pass on. So, the greatest hope for all of us is this embracing of the truth, and then all future generations will be born with this readily available truth of truths, highest of high, holiest of holies, as their essence. And by the way, that's what Jesus Christ is. He is our essence. He is the shepherd of the 4 rivers, and the 4 rivers of the Garden of Eden are within you. They're without, they're on earth as well, but this is how God encoded everything. It's a hermetic principle. As above, so below, as within, so without, as universe, so with the soul. So whatever exists out there exists within you. Whatever exists within you exists out there. That's how perfect all of this is. That's how brilliant God is. And we've been ruled over by people that think they know better, that think they're small g God, and that they're trying to replace big G God. Wow. Wow. And you think the book of Revelation is about something else? It's about right now. It's about everything that's happened. It's about everything we've allowed to happen. And it's about everything that's happening right now. So this is a miracle. And the miracles in your life never end the moment that you just cast your net to the right. And casting a net to the right simply means that you're taking your nourishment from God. Because the fowl of the air, they don't plant seeds. They don't tend to their crops. They don't harvest. And they don't save seeds for next year. And yet God feeds them in abundance. You think you're less than the fowl of the air? That's hubris. That's hubris before God. You have to be penitent before God, because it's easier to get a camel through the eye of a needle than it is a rich man into heaven.
Yeah, I'd love to talk about the four rivers, which again come to the four elements, which is fourfold nature. Because in the alphabet, to get from A to Z, you have to pass through L, M, N, and then you have to go to QRST, which is Christ, and then in QRST there's RST, which is rest. And so the Freak 74 pointed out that we have to be all in God 74, which is the key 74, which is the cross 74, which is the sacrifice 74. Nailed it 74. And by the way, the nail is Sagittarius, which is the ninth sign most high, because Sagittarius is to see. And of course, we know that 9 is the eye. And so heads up 74, it's the heavens, as Michael pointed out, 74, the real stars. So heaven 74, the core 74, Jesus 74, the king 74, the omega 74, pinnacle 74, simple 74, and as Justin pointed out, it's all allegory. Parables comes to 74, and it's the fruit. It's the fruit of life, not of the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, not the tree of pain and pleasure. So no game 74, it's tantra, or just tantra 74, energy 74, connect 74, melody 74, awaken 74, new life 74, it's English 74. I'll just bust out a few more. Read code 74, a number 74, gematria 74, God has a code 74, 100 74, code of God 74, number A 74. Would that be 1? Decoded 1 74. Allah, be the one 74. Allah decoded 74. El Dorado 74. I am Batman 74. I am Michael 74. What do you have to say to that?
Q Army 74. Q Army did it 120. The Truth 120. Jesus did it 120. Gematria did it 120. Simple English Gematria 74, 74, 74, 222. We haven't finished yet 222. This never ends 222.
You can't make this up. 222.
TWO, 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 174. Trust the plan 174. This never ends 222. It just circled back. 67. Water 67. 67 spelled out 162, the invisible man, because you're mainly water. And when you die, you're going to evaporate and go to heaven. And you're going to go everywhere, because where we go, when we go out, because I'm going to breathe you in. I'm going to drink the water. I'm going to eat the tomato. So what are you going to put out? Positive 115, the anointed 115, or negative 83, the dollar 83. Either way, you get 198. Positive, negative 198. The anointed winner. Anointed is 82. Tower is 81 plus 1 is 82. Tower, 81 plus 2 is 83. Anointed winner. Tower 1, Tower 2. 110, 110, 220 military operation, 220 Operation Warp Speed, 220 American badass president, 220. Nobody beats the military, the U.S. military operation when they got American badass president. I'm not talking about Trump. I got the swamp. 174. Yes, John Kennedy. 174. I am USA President. 174. Yes, John Kennedy. 174. Senior. John Kennedy Senior. JFK. Not JFK Jr. JFK came back on 11261963 124, new beginning 124. Let's add the time because it was exactly 4 days, 96 hours. 4 dark days. That's what the license plate on Lincoln says. GG300, G7 is 14. Add the 3, got 143. 4 dark days, 143. JFK came back on 11261963 129 136. The Great Awakening 136. Add the PM. JFK came back on 112. Write this down. JFK came back on 11261963 129 PM 165. It's in your face, 165. JFK came back on 1165. Excuse me. JFK, I got the 65 on my face. JFK came back on 11261963 129 PM EST 209. JFK is the second coming, 209. It's in your face. I don't care how you dice and slice it and dice it up. 124 on new beginning, make it 34. 1 and 2, 34. 34 is grace. 3 and 4 is 7. 7 is God's perfect number. God's perfect number 191. All roads lead to key 191. 1 times 91, post 91. 91 is 10. 10 is, well, TN. T is 20, 107. E is 5, which is grace. N is 14, but see, you can borrow the 0 from the 170 or 107 Superman, just make it 17Q, put it over there, 140 POTUS, yes. And 10 is 0 is nothing, 1 is O-N-E. O is 15, N is 14, that's 29. That's his birthday, and E is 5. That's his birthday, the way 90% of the world writes it. We're just at 124. A new beginning. 136, Great Awakening, 136. It's their 2 numbers, 13 and 6. The 13 bloodline families want you 6 feet under and 6 feet away. 13 times 6, 78, Kennedy, 78. But 13 and 6 is, well, 136, Great Awakening, 136. But see, 1 and 3 is 4, and 46 is who? Which is hero. Which is best. The best is yet to come, 228. The best Kennedy to come, 228. 136. Well, you can make the 3 and 6, 9. Now you got 19. 19 is agent for surrender. You're supposed to surrender 1 God, 9 Most High. And 1 and 9 make 10. Well, we already went over the TN, and we already went over the 1. So off we go to the next number. JFK came back on 11261963 129 PM 165. It's in your face, 165. Resurrection, 165. 1 and 67 is 75. Magic wand, 75. Barack Obama said we need a magic wand to create manufacturing jobs. I guess we have a magic wand. Magic wand, 75. 75 is 12. 12 spelled out is 87, which is truth. He's the truth. What? 12 is 3. Father, Son, Holy Ghost, 235. President John Kennedy, 235. Let's go back to 165 where we started. Do we really need to make the 6 and 5, 11 and make it 111? Father, Son, Holy Ghost, 235. We already did that. 23 is I am and 5 is grace, just like the red tie says. Let's move on to the 209. JFK came back on, write it down. JFK came back on 11261963, basically 4 days later, November 26, 1963. 129 PM EST 209. 29 spell tells 149, the anointed one, his birthday. 14 and 9 is 23, 2 and 3 is 5, 5 is grace, grace 34, 34 is O-N-E. Okay. 29, 209. 20 times 9 is 180. We're talking about a serious ass 180. 209. Like I said, JFK is the second coming, 209. But 20 times 9 is 180, but you got a 2 and a 9. That's 11. 180 and 11 is 191. All roads lead to Q. 191. 1 times 9. Okay, we're done with that. You got a 2 and a 9. 209. 209 is 180. You got a 2 and a 9. 2 times 9 is 18. You got 18 to 180. 198. Here comes your man, 198. Greatest comeback ever, 198. The anointed winner, 198. Remember the anointed and the winner, Tower 1, Tower 2? The anointed winner, 198. Elephant in the room, 198. The resurrection, 198. President J. Kennedy, 198. I love you, Jesus, 198. The tree of knowledge, 198. Coincidence theorist, 198. We are the news now, 198. Social media influencer, 198. WWG1, WGA worldwide, 198. We are the news now, 198. Not the prostitutes, 191. All roads lead to Q. Osiris, 17. Osiris, you are fired, 228. The best yet to come, 228. And 22 is 4, or 2 and 2 is 4, and 48 is evil. That's why I'm negative 48. Negative evil. Can I get a witness, 136? Great Awakening, 136. Can I get a amen, 107?
Amen,
Superman, 107.
Protsman.
Superman, Great
you.
Awakening, 107 and 136. 243, 24 times 3 is 72. I am alive, 72. The mere reflection of 27 JFK. Mere reflection, 198. President JFK, 198. 27, 72. 99 Most High. See, 99 is 18, 1 is 9. 9 is Most High. But see, that's me, myself, and I. I, Most High. Man, 28. Anointed, 82. Both come to 10, which come to 0, which come to 1. Christ within me. It's not Christian. Anonymous. He said anonymous 4 times. He said anonymous perfectly the day before. He's switching the M and the N. Switch the M and the N in Christian. You have Christ I am. Because Christ within me. He said he was bringing power back to the people. Power 77, Christ 77. That's blasphemy. Get ready for your head to be blown fucking clean off your shoulders. I'm out.
And wherever you go, we'll be with you. We love you, Michael. We love you. This is, there's no greater time ever to be alive. This is that one moment in time. And Michael came at the perfect time. Sabrinagal and Bryce.
He really did leave, didn't he? I'm like,
Yeah.
Where did he go? You never know. You know what I mean? You just never know.
And just like that.
And that's wonderful. And that's wonderful. And so yeah, we're with you. Our family, we're with you 100% because this is the light, this is the way. And we thank Michael so much for being here. Just genius, brilliant. Sabrinagal, just genius, brilliant. And also, note the way that Sabrinagal, Bryce does the exact same thing as well. I'm sure Toronto does as well. They're always looking for others to do the work and others to take the lead and to shine others in their zest and their zeal for the truth. And that's a real teacher. That's a real leader, Sabrina, and we thank you so much for being all of those wonderful.
That's very kind of you to say.
Oh,
We're all
true.
here to help each other, so
Yeah,
that's
it's true.
Train the trainer, right? Get it from the corporate jobs. It's been a pleasure. I thank you for having us. On behalf of Michael, I don't know where he went, but we thank you for having us.
Oh, it's our pleasure, and we're so looking forward to the revamp. I don't know necessarily how you improve certainly the content of Jesus Strand 1, but we're looking forward to the revamp version of Jesus Strand 1. And boy, oh boy, you can bet Colleen and I, Justin and Eugene, we will be watching on 1031. we will be watching this incredible presentation of Jesus Strand 2, which Michael let the cat out of the bag, that this is not just Lord Christ, that this is Lord and Lady Christ. And this is, boy, you talk about the highest of highs, Sabrina, the highest of high, the holiest of holies. Wow.
It is, but I do think he may have been a little confused about the subject matter. So we're actually going to focus on the Jesus Strand line that we discussed of Abraham Lincoln and some of the other descendants of Abraham Lincoln. So it does derive from Jesus and Mary Magdalene, but as we learned, William Wallace Lincoln had siblings. And so it's very important to point out who those siblings were. And then we're doing a deep dive into who are the Druze, because I think that's very important in the story, and it's going to connect us to who we are. So I think it's going to be just brilliant for everyone to listen in. I think Toronto and Bryce and Michael are just going to have such amazing information that it will blow your mind.
And Druze 74, Jesus 74, Joshua 74. I mean, yeah.
Exactly.
Real Jew 74.
What's that, Eugene?
I said real Jew 74.
Which is what Jesus was and is. It's what Jesus was and is. And this is what Bill Donahue is referring to becoming the real Jew, a perfect Jew, is to read and then do the teachings of Jesus Christ. And then through Bryce and Sabrina in Toronto, what do we know about the New Testament of the Bible? 777 more books to come, 888 more books potentially to come. Yeah.
And more. I mean, you just can't imagine the information that everyone gathers, and it's just so exciting. I mean, there's so much we didn't know, and we're just so blessed to have this team, because you're going to find out every day. We'll add more and more.
Wow, Sabrina. Wow. Thank you. Wow.
Yeah, it's truly incredible. And that's what happens when we all align with the truth. We don't align with individuals. We don't have idols to prop up and say that I'm going to follow this person or this individual. We align with the truth, and when that happens, we all naturally come together, and we find ourselves joining in harmony on this path. So it's beautiful to have you here. To be walking on this path, the truth that Jesus laid, and we get to walk, and that's the whole point. You breathe life into these words written onto this page that he performed and embodied this truth, because this is the truth. This is the way. So yeah, amazing.
Indeed. And I have to thank Patrick Bouvier Kennedy, where a lot of his information is where we get our nuggets, to dig deeper. So he's been so instrumental. Unknowing to him, I think that was his goal when he was tweeting, so that we would take the time to do the research on all of his tweets, because he was giving us the full story through his tweets. And I'm just grateful we found him, and he's really contributed to the story.
Yeah, amazing. I do want to deviate a little bit and bring up something based on the truth. So we've got a lot of people listening in on Telegram right now, and we wanted to try this out and kind of see how this platform worked. And I think once we got the sound figured out, I think it did work pretty well. But I did want to let everyone know that there is a fake Charlie Freak account out there that is using his name, and it'd be one thing if all this account was doing was posting Charlie Freak's work, but the problem that we're running into is this account is posting ads for various things that do not align with any of us, and trying to make money off of Charlie Freak's work, and then also advocating for other channels that we have no clue who they are, and are most likely other fake accounts out there. So
we're having the same issues at the tent. So you're certainly not alone. It might be just some bots, some trolls that are putting bots on various channels that are getting, a high subscription rate. So you're certainly not alone in that.
Yeah, but just wanted people to be aware of that. And actually, even when I made the post tonight, they changed up because I specified in that post for the show that this is the one and only account for Charlie Freak and Freak Sense. And they changed the wording on that post to say that their account was the one and only account. Um, but I just wanted to get this on the record, on video, that Freak Sense World is the only official account for Freak Sense and Charlie Freak. The other one is an imposter, and we've asked Telegram to do something about it for months and months now. I know other accounts and people like Sabrinagal mentioned have had the same issue. So it does give me pause on Telegram in and of itself. I don't know if they're just understaffed and having a hard time dealing with this, but when we do try and illustrate this over and over again and they do nothing about it, it does give me pause. So just wanted to throw that out there so people are aware of it, and that there's no way for this character to manipulate this because it's on video.
And it could be that they are trying to catch these people. You know what I mean? So they have to let them do what they're doing and then slowly find out who they are. Maybe a possibility. I'm not sure.
Absolutely, yeah. There's so many layers to this movie and so many traps to lure the rats out, and we've seen that over and over again. So I certainly hope that's the case. But from where I stand, I'm just going to continue speaking the truth, no matter what it is. And yeah, so didn't want to derail the conversation or leave it off ending, but I wanted to make sure we get that in there before we ended the show tonight. So yeah. I think Negative 48 made it very clear that he was ready to be over with. We weren't going to surpass the 6-hour mark from last time. But this has been such a fantastic show. It really has been just another mind-blowing, so many truths dropped, so many bombs dropped, and it's all just leading to a glorious finale. We're getting to that finish point where everything is going to be revealed. No stone will be left unturned, and we will see undeniable evidence that God is absolutely real and He has always been there. We just forgot. We forgot who we were, and we forgot where home was, and we're going to learn where home is and start heading back that direction. So yeah, really excited about that.
Home tree, right, Justin? Home tree, avatar, the tree of life within you.
Connect back in.
Connect back
through the
within.
Photon light.
That's right, to God. So it's what it's all about. It's beautiful. Everything that Sabrina's teaching you, that Michael's teaching you, that we've been sharing with you, we're not taking anything away from you. We're just making everything better. There's a far better reality and there's a far better story that's out there, and it's called the truth. And it's not there to make you feel small and less. It's there to give you the whole kingdom of God. It's there to give you the wholeness of God's love and God's treasured creation for you. There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to fear but fear itself.
Absolutely.
Yes, 49. Yes, 49. Yes is yet to come. Yes is yet to come. Day is yet to come. That day is coming.
Okay, so we're gonna let Sabrina get to sleep.
No. Oh, that's kind. Or find out where Negative went, right? Maybe he is.
He went to look for
I thank you. I think everyone, it's just been another wonderful evening. So thank you again for having us.
Yeah, it's been an absolute honor. It's been an absolute honor. Thank you for being here. And again, let us know if there's anything we can do to support you guys in any sort of way. We are here.
Same
together.
here. Same here.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you
much.
again. And good night, everyone.
Good night,
Thank
guys.
you.
Bye, guys.